Woo, woo, woo.
Showtime, people. It is January 14th, Friday Night Bricks, episode 193.
Getting there.
That's a lot of shows, Reed.
That is a lot of shows. It's hard to find someone else that's had as many shows.
I'm helping out, sub-hosting.
Comes to mind.
Although Reed could probably figure it out. He's here. What is the show you were at, Reed? You're at like, is it a Legond? What is it called?
It's a TwinLUG show. We're at Abby's Resort in Lake Geneva area. What's the town we're actually in, Eric? What? We're in Fontana.
TwinLUG show.
We're in Fontana, Wisconsin. It's right near Lake Geneva. So we're at the Abbey Resort, and we're so there's a bunch of us here. So Eric's working on his carnival stuff. There's an amusement park over across the room. We've got the Death Star of Doom over here. Let's see.
My bad.
Space Station. So
it's got all the scenes. Nice.
Let me just do this here. We're going to switch around for this. I'll take a break from what I'm working on. So Space Station Doom, it's obviously not lit up because it has music, and we don't obviously need copyright strikes. So
hold on.
I had him turn the music off. So,
will there be flexing? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, because here we go. We've got, actually I need to turn that off if I'm going to walk around. So let's see. I'm turning this off. I hope this is the right one. Yeah, okay. Oh, not that one.
You can wait till later whenever you're ready. Just wanted to get an intro of what you're doing.
Oh, you know what? The problem is the blacklight one doesn't have an off switch. Okay, that might not work. I bought the wrong kind. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So hopefully it won't run the battery down. So we've got a little town here. If you guys misbehave, we'll put you in the Arkham Asylum over here.
Oh, that's cool. Trains.
And then for Hoosier, here's what a church looks like. Looks like we got a museum there. So and then just they're still working on this train section. So there's a town. The helicopter has working rotors.
I kind of like these clustered cities that are just like that.
So, and then we go over here to the amusement stuff. There's going to be two people, Eric and then John. So this one will go up to the top and come back down. He's got the spider, which everybody should remember from Beverly Hills Cop 3. I don't think he's got Wesley Snipes on there anywhere. So we've got trains. Trains for, Brett and Hoosier, Maersk. We got Santa Fe.
Fe.
The must. We got a Toys R Us truck. Gotta have the Toys R Us truck. I do like the red passenger train. I like that car.
Why pay less somewhere else? Is what I saw something right on.
Yeah, BNSF. We got some intermodals. We got a little Brickworld 2007 car. Little locomotive, and he's still working on stuff. He's got his monorail. He's still working on. He's got a maze.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Looks good.
Grossly misunderestimated.
Yeah. So we got more of the town. They're still working on for the train layout here in Empire, Eiffel Tower. And then of course for those Emerald Knight fans, let's just we'll pan past this. Emerald Knight in a nice, nice clear case there.
Cool.
And of course, they do have some working train lights here. Of course, they're facing the wrong way, but hey, that's how it goes. Let's see. We'll walk this way. We have a track. I'm going to take a shortcut. We have a racetrack over here behind the tarp, behind the curtain. We have a track. So they'll be doing races.
Okay.
And then let's walk around here. So, so obviously there's a lake here too. So we can actually You know, get the harbor right here out the window. So you can do some ice skating. You might want to do some ice skating, guys. Look at that. Look at it out there. You can do some ice skating. Okay. Hello. Moving into here, we've got
all the trains. Hey,
We've got-
Tasman. Hey, Brett Builds.
what's Brett?
Hey,
What's
Taz.
Brett saying? I can't see it. I'm on my phone.
They're just saying hi. Tasman's here. Brett's here.
So, oh, look at this. Another Emerald Night here and a North Pole Railroad. Look at that.
Well, technically, it's Lord Rest.
Treehouse. This is all Disney, right? This is all Disney.
Yeah, it's like a Disney theme park.
Polynesian Resort, I take it, right?
No, that's the Enchanted Tiki Hut.
Oh, okay.
Tiki.
I haven't been there, so long,
Sure.
We're live streaming right now on YouTube. This is my usual show on Friday nights. We're doing episode 193. So we got some stuff. Ooh, got the Galaxy Inn back there. I like that.
That's the top of a Imperial landing pad.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Nice.
Some entrepreneur said I'm putting a fly-in on top of the landing pad.
Nice. We got some stuff here. We'll skip over Harry Potter. He's still working. We'll go over here.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff there. Okay.
We got mosaics.
Mystique. Nice. Groot.
So we got all kinds of stuff.
Vader. Ahsoka. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I built that same one.
And of course he's got his Death Star run. Micro scale. Of course, Harry Potter's he's still building, he's still working on it. Say hello.
Hello.
We've got some Indiana Jones.
You called him Dr. Jones.
That's cool.
Oh, ooh. He's got the swastikas on it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Might as well, you got the
Nice. That's really cool looking.
he's out of place. I don't think he's supposed to be there.
Wow.
Stud Cities is here.
No time for love, Dr.
Still
Jones.
working on that. Looks like Trolley Town's still being worked on too.
So what do you guys display for Saturday and Sunday, or?
Yeah, Saturday 10 to 6, right? 10 to 6 and then 10 to 2 on Sunday. So you have I realized my one lights don't turn off. That's going to be a problem. We got some more mosaics over here.
People like the mosaics this year. They're really big.
Is it just the 3 rooms, right? This room,
Yep.
this room, the track, and then our room. Oh yeah.
So you have a KLUG shirt on. What is KLUG?
Kenosha Lug.
Kenosha. K for Kenosha. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the one over in it's the one down by Racine and all that. So, we do have, I missed that. So it's got the trains running.
There we go.
Nice and loud too. Just what you wanted to hear, guys, right? Lots of noise.
I like it.
It's missing an ice bear, but that's okay. Gotta get those action shots.
Is this the Bama show? No, Stud City is. This is Wisconsin, Kenosha. We got our first bot.
I missed all these back in here. Gotta make sure all those train guys that watch our show are super happy. I think that's a different controller.
Is that a chassis system? No, that's a Hiawatha.
Ooh, I like the dome car. Here's that nice Galaxy Inn. Ooh, I like the trees.
Thank you.
That was very cool.
Another parting shot of another Emerald Night before we. You can take me off the big screen.
Oh, Wisconsin. So yeah, I wasn't sure what Reed was doing. I knew it was a Lego convention, so he's in Wisconsin. Kenosha, K-Lug, K for Kenosha. He's got some lug members out there. They're doing a weekend show. We'll see if we get anybody south of the country in Bama territory later.
Yeah, so it's K-Lug.
It's good to see they're bringing back all the cons and expos. It is very cool to see more than one thing happening, right? You know, Bricks LA just happened or is happening this weekend also. I think it was last weekend. People in California showing off their stuff. And Reed's going to work on his castle. And I've got some Lego to open up. I'll say hello to my co-host. Larry, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. It's Friday.
Friday Night Bricks.
Friday Night Bricks. It's snowing in Denver. So, yeah, just chilling back. I got a lot of work to do in the Lego room.
I'm going to mute you,
Reed.
Um,
That sounds like he's popping bubble wrap.
yeah, that's probably I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's snowing up here in Minnesota. We've had some mild weather this week. Got the car out, got a car wash.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We actually hit like 60 degrees like yesterday. Yeah. And now it's snowing, you know.
Mayo's here. Hello, Mayo. Stud City is checked in. Brett's Builds. Thanks, guys, for tuning into the program Friday nights. And Larry's going to work on the Lego room, sounds like.
Got to work on the Lego room. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of, I've just got so many things to take apart. Going to take apart my sled from the build challenge the other week. Yeah, just get a lot of this brick consolidated and put into one bin for sorting later.
Snow in Denver hits him Sunday. So
where are you, Stud?
I'm pretty sure he's in New York.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it hits me first, then from Denver to Minnesota, and then to the East Coast. So
yeah,
no doubt, winter is here. It's January 2022. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe the month is almost half over already. I mean,
yeah. I've got some Lego purchases. Going to probably do an unboxing here. If that's cool. I was shoveling the driveway, and the FedEx truck drove up. So I shoveled a spot for him to walk.
Nice.
And then he's got not one, woo, but two brown boxes, two unlabeled plain Lego boxes.
Leave and come back.
I knew exactly what they. What's up, Reed? Oh, he's gonna come back.
Okay.
All right. So I thought I would do an unboxing. That's always kind of cool to do on the program.
That is fun.
Let's get the big one. Let's see here. I gotta hype it up, I guess, you know.
Yeah, Mayo, we're on Friday Night Bricks and Hope Castle channels.
Yeah. So Mayo, if you're trying to chat with other people, I'm not sure if you're I when I do the show, I do it from Jesse's Brick Galaxy and from Friday Night Bricks. So if you're following me and want to jump over to Friday Night Bricks channel, we're trying to streamline it as a team effort to have its own channel. It's 190 some episodes in, but and now StreamYard lets you stream to both channels, so it's a little weird for the chat. But we'll share some of these comments right on the screen. So, you know, we got wherever Mayo is, Frozen Tundra. We got 3 more months, and it should thaw out. Happy Friday night, everyone. Yeah, so welcome, guys. We usually stream for a couple, 2, 3, 4 hours. So we'll take our time here, open up some boxes. Anybody have an idea of what maybe just arrived for me?
When we get some more eyeballs a little later, you need to show off your habitats, Jesse.
Yeah, I was gonna put that in there.
That's exactly what I replied in Instagram was dude. That was.
So I built
whipped those things out too, didn't you?
I'll wait till later, but they're up here. They're right up here. There's a nice pyramid. 10, and I'll say it later. You know, there's 10 Eternals, so it made a 10 stack of pyramid habitat.
That works out
perfect. So that's kind of why I did it, and it's the week where the Eternals dropped on Disney Plus. So, oh yeah, I went hard this week and got the Eternals. Yeah, Stud's seen them on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
If you're not following everybody on Instagram, Stud Sidious had a cool post. He was doing some gaffy sticks for the Tusken Raiders, working on some techniques there with some gears, and I made a mock with the Tusken Raiders also pretty recently with all the Boba Fett talk. We could talk Boba Fett. Maybe if Wagner jumps in, we should talk Star Wars if we can. Because usually I do a stream spoiler show, and I take a break when it's not a superhero thing. So we could, and usually it's just Disney Plus Marvel. And I get a little slack from Doc Samson's and the like and the whatnots, because I could be covering other things. And since I'm talking about it, and I did watch it, Peacemaker dropped. Did you watch Peacemaker, Larry? And this is why I don't.
Not interested.
It was so my bar was way down here for that show, right?
Yeah.
And it was better than that.
Okay.
So I want to say if you are like not interested and then give it a shot, you might be pleasantly surprised.
I'm willing to try anything.
Yeah, it's like it's just the weirdest character to I don't know. DC's been around for a while, but they're trying to expand their DCEU, I think they call it. And they did Peacemaker and dropped 3 episodes, and I was actually all right with it. So we'll see if we.
Am I the only one that's getting a weird feedback?
Yeah, it's like you're dragging the microphone in your pocket, or you got it under your shirt like a portable mic or something.
Yeah, but even when I'm muted, it's still there.
No, when you're muted, it goes away.
Oh, not for me. It's still there. That's all I hear when I mute it. Yep.
Oh. So we can't hear it now. We can't hear it because you're muted.
It's weird because that's all I hear is when I'm not muted, or when I'm muted, I hear it too. So I don't know. Okay, fine. Let's figure it out.
You got some ants inside your phone or something crawling around in there. So yeah, try just maybe mute yourself when you're not part of the conversation.
Well, I only have Larry say something.
I can say something. All I hear from you is that crackle popping. Well, not all I can hear. I can hear your voice, but there's a lot of crackle pop, and most of the time when you're like moving around. Or
Yeah,
like
I hear
right
it all. I'm hearing it the whole stream, so I don't know. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's inside your phone or inside your microphone.
Hey, we'll see you, Taz. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, Tasman. Thanks for stopping by. Hope things are going good for your show, Stud and the Dud, and all those other things down under. We are talking Friday Night Bricks. You guys want to see what I got in this box?
Yes.
Stalling the box opening. Hopefully. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Why are Lego boxes so plain? And we get so much paper now. I
big
think I need
screen.
to have a bonfire. Like, is this better for the environment, paper, I guess, than plastic? I guess.
That's more recyclable.
I mean, I put it in the recycler. All right.
Put yourself on big screen.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know. It's my own broadcast. So tell me what to do. All right, folks, it is the year of the tiger. So we got the tiger freebie. And since they're giving away these freebies, I decided to order something. And that be these Lunar New Year Ice Festival.
Oh, nice. That has got those new, like, 1x6x6 trans frosted plates.
Frosted plates in here. Maybe we'll dig those out. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody dig this out because I just bought it online Wednesday and it arrived. So this is an option. I could pull this out, and I mean it would be more sense to, because it is a winter ice festival, to build this. And it being kind of an ice thing to do. So that's option number one. That is it's a new theme, right? It's called Spring Festival, Chinese Festival Special Edition. It's got some new pieces, a lot of minifigs. Look at the minifig lineup right there.
Wow. There's four short leggy people.
There's some short legs. There's maybe some medium legs.
That's 12 minifigs. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're all on the top there, ice skating and having a festive time. That is, yeah. So a new theme, set 80109, 1,519 pieces. That will not be built completely on tonight's stream, but could be an option to start and see what those pieces look like. Even, like I could pull the bags out and just look at the bags, see what that's all about. All right, so box number 2. This is what we do when we're Lego addicts. And if you don't know this trick, you're new to Lego, that's kind of why we're sharing. Most of the people on here know what they're doing, but you make one order and you get a free Lego set. You make a separate order, you get another free Lego set. So that's how you do it if you want to win on free Lego. Is don't buy both of these together and get one freebie. Buy separate purchases and get 2 freebies. So whatever the price point was on this, I added a dots bracelet to add $5. This is a newer one. It is kind of cool. It's a gamer dots bracelet. It's got some game over and joystick pad stuff. Kind of cool. That was just to get me to the price point to get the freebie. And this is another Lunar New Year traditions. I think it's like a Lazy Susan, like it spins. It's got 5 different scenes. It's 1,000 pieces. It is called Lunar New Year Traditions. Build together ×6. Whoa. So you build this with the family, and maybe it has 6 instruction booklets.
Oh, that's fun.
For each scene, and then somebody maybe makes the insides. Yeah, there's 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
like habitats. That's
4,
cool.
5. There's 6 different scenes there. I thought it was 5. Oh, I just counted the stars wrong. Yeah, that's a 6-pointed star. So
Oh, cool.
6 different scenes, and yeah, that's pretty cool. That's like a habitat stack right there. Look at that.
That's really cool.
I wonder how close that is to the habitat size. I mean, Lego borrows from us AFOLs all the time. And sure enough, here's your own build 6 habitat set. I didn't even think of that till now. Again, look at that minifigure lineup.
Wow.
So these were
Another 12.
purchases
Wow.
not made on the 1st of January, but made on January 10th, I believe. So they were a different freebie, Year of the Tiger set. I don't know how much. Do they have all like 12? How many Chinese New Years are there?
That's a good question. Hey, I'm going to duck off for just a sec. Keep talking. I'm just hearing some very strange noises coming from upstairs, and I'm the only one here. So I wonder what my dog is getting into. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. Moto checked in. Hey, Moto. Moto. There he is. Howdy from the YouTube world. Translucent pearl panels. I think I got to pull those out of there, right? I think everybody wants to see that. This is the freshest arrival. I met the FedEx driver while I was shoveling snow in my driveway, and I got these new sets, which came out on the 10th. It's 4 days later. That's not bad for shipping, right? Shipping through the snow and all the other craziness. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Stud Sidious, they kill it with the Chinese New Year stuff. There's some really cool themes out there. Brett's Builds checking in. There's so many new parts. I can't even keep up with it, right? Yeah, Stud Sidious is right. I like the challenge of building stuff with some limits on part selection. And there's other builders like Moto where he likes to find the funky parts and challenge himself to build big stuff and different connections using nice part usage types of techniques where you would not expect to see a windshield or any kind of piece. So Lynch said it's cool for modified bricks in gold. Is that the textured bricks? Is there gold in there? Oh man, I see a lot of gold in yellow. That one. This one's got a lot of gold. This guy's got gold hot dog buns and other parts in here. This one they both look really cool. You always learn some techniques if you're trying to build MOCs and you're starting out. I always say, just keep practicing. Just keep practicing. Put sets together, put them together, take them apart, put them back together, and sooner or later you'll find something that draws your attention and you want to try it yourself. So I've got a lot of options. Before I knew that was arriving today, I pulled out the Sonic set. They arrived just recently, and kind of want to pull these out and maybe make a train out of it. I have a Mario train right now, so I think it would be funny to park the Mario train and make a Sonic train. So I'm always doing goofy trains. So you can make a car with the crab on it and a car with the loop on it, maybe. and then the rings, and this guy could be his own car, and Sonic running around on some train cars as the ground. And I think this pattern might actually lend itself to kind of a parade float style train car is what I've done before. Later, Tasman, I know you were checking in too. Great to have you on the show in the chat, keeping it live for me. So I was going to build this, but after I build it, I want to make it into a train car. But I'm kind of geeked on the lunar sets. And this will take me, I mean, that's 1,000 pieces too. Wow. 1,100. That's 1,500. I really want to see what those parts look like. And I think, you know, as far as building something icy in the winter in January, this is the way to go. It's an ice festival. So let's go with the ice festival set tonight. There are festivals happening around town, all over the country. Reed checked in earlier, and he is in Kenosha, Wisconsin, doing a TwinLUG, Kenosha LUG meeting. Show, right? They had like 3 different rooms in a hotel. Bunch of stuff he showed earlier. If you want to scrub back and watch the first few minutes of the show, Reed did a walk around as people were setting up at TwinLUG, Kenosha guys. We usually hear from some other people that might be at Bama. So Brick Fair, Alabama is something happening also this weekend, and maybe if it's not too late, it is later, maybe on that time zone, but we'll see if somebody checks in from the floor there. All righty. I see some new techniques with this tree, doing snow on the tree, like halfway down. I've seen people stack the white on the green, and that looks like a really good tree too. So again, just find some sets and check them out and learn something. So that's what we're gonna do. It's hard for me to like do a mock and host a show, but I can follow instructions and host a show. So I'm gonna finish off this coffee right here, bottoms up. And open up this bad boy. Came today in the mail. I've been ordering all my stuff online. I don't know about you guys, but ever since the pandemic, I just it's just so much easier to order online. Travel to the store, wait in line, mask up, all that crazy stuff. Just forget about it. You know? All right, so for anybody out there, I'm going to show another technique that I've been using lately. I learned it probably from a YouTuber. I don't keep my boxes, but it's nice when you're building a set to keep the bags in there in the opposite order of what you need to do. So I believe I see bag 12. So I put them in there backwards. 12, 11, find 10 here. 10. And that way when you pull them out, they're in order. The bag 3 is the one I want to look at. There's 6. Where's 9? Oh, 13. There's 13 bags. All right, that one's going to be on top, but should work out pretty good. Here's bag 9, bag 8, 7. Some cool colors in that one. 6, 5, 4. There's more of those opalescent panels. 3 has those panels. I'll keep 1, 2, and 3 out. So now when I'm ready to start this, like if I only get through 3 bags, these are nice and tidy inside the box, ready to go. Let's keep that right there. We gotta look at these opalescent parts. I hate to open bag 3, but bag 3. Let me move my camera. Hopefully, focus. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, I haven't been to the store. It's just play it safe and order online. You went to the PAB. You got the Hoth Battle Pack to go with the AT-AT. Very nice. You gotta. I mean, I started with Star Wars. It's hard not to buy the Star Wars sets. They're so cool. Pardon the thing there. It's fun to grab a big part and go from there. Yeah, that's mock making from Moto. Reed's back. Here is opalescent translucent panels, Reed. Probably doesn't show up too well on the camera, but it does have that.
Yeah, I had those in my cart the other day on Bricks and Pieces, and didn't buy them. No.
Oh, but they were actually available. I don't know. I mean, that would work with your Ice Castle stuff a little bit. It's kind of got a purple hue from a certain angle with the lighting. So it's not quite trans clear. It's not quite trans white. It's not quite solid. You can see through it a bit.
Yeah, I mean it looked good. I mean, it's $1.90. I just I'll make sure I get the squirrels first. So
it's a little sparkly, I guess, when you put something behind it. Nah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
look good.
Time for Betty Bye. All right, Moto. See ya. Have a good weekend. Thanks for checking in. Bedtime for Mayo. Breakfast time. Breakfast time. He's getting some pancakes. All right, Mayo. Must be down under over there with Tasman. Yeah, these probably don't scratch. They're that different kind of plastic, I think. I don't know. All right, that's in bag 3. I decided to open one of these Ice Festival kits, Reed. So I'm gonna get my bags in order, my parts in order, get the huge instruction booklet in order, and try to pay attention to this chat. Yeah, Australian. All right, Mayo. Adios. Here is this cardboard cutout where you can stick the minifig faces into. It's got a gloss to it on the cardboard, so it can maybe be played with and not damaged over time. All right, I've got Stud Cities is in some interesting production around toys and NFL teams and crazy stuff. So yeah, we know, it's like when you know your stuff. I gotta watch these pieces here. There's a lot of bag, parts in this bag. I usually put them in. This is how I sort my parts into just a paper plate, just a disposable paper plate. I'll take out all these large parts and make some more room in there. And then put the other small parts in another plate. And sometimes I'll do, multiple plates. This one for streaming. This only fits, they fit together there. Get these bags out of here. Put my parts up here. Put the instructions right here. Well, this has a cool ice sculpture kind of like gateway. It would be interesting to see how that goes together. Yeah. Depending on what they're making, toys and stuff, they want to save money, right? And make cheap toys, but Lego has been this high-end plastic producer, for plastic toy producer, building block producer for a while now. This has a pretty good footprint. I think like the footprint on the box doesn't speak to how large it is. So there's a character here. Let's see if I can build a minifig. Larry's back.
I'm back. Don't know what the heck was going on. Heard some loud noises. I'm like, who knows? Branches falling on the house. It's snowing,
Could be worse, like a earthquake.
Yeah. Well, the dog didn't look guilty, so I didn't find him getting into anything. I don't know what the heck it was, but I'm like, I'm the only one here. What is going on?
I was watching Will Smith on like the Nat Geo channel or whatever.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Exploring the Earth, and it's kind of cool. He goes, to the ends of the Earth and checks out wildlife and just like underground cavern like sounds, and just like hearing the sounds of the Earth. And well, he goes with he has like a blind guy with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're both, 50 or whatever, and just hearing his perspective is interesting take for an Exploring the Earth show. They like going to a volcano. They're like, all right, so when one of these rocks explode, you're supposed to look up. And like look out for, something might land on you. And he's like, wow, in trouble. But they took care of him, and things were pretty interesting. I think I was doing those habitats, and I watched the Eternals, and then I was like, well, this sounds like a good show just to have on in the background, and build some habitats.
So how long did it take you to build all those?
Couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I did 3 one night, and then 3 like the next day. And then I had 4 to go. So I think maybe 3 different nights. So I did 3, 3, and 4. Let's go with that.
Okay. I'll buy that for $1.
Because the show came out on Wednesday, and I wanted it done by then. So I think I started it Monday.
Oh, okay.
And then Tuesday, and then Wednesday I had to finish it and post all 10. And yeah, I'll get into that a little later. So we'll talk more Eternals. Let's see what's going on with Bud Sidious is chatting it up a little bit. Yeah, Lego's always been top-notch plastic. you can feel the difference. Yeah, bootleg minifigs,
Totally.
and if they're real Lego and then custom printed over on real Lego, you know that's a good minifig. So those are usually the best customs. That's how Brickmania does it. They're soldiers. They get real Lego and just print right over whatever was there. Or sometimes they remove some of the printing lightly.
Has Mel mentioned doing another versus show anytime soon?
Troy mentioned it last time we did get together. We did a private stream, talked about the collab, and he didn't say what date, but he said, you know, oh, we have verses coming out.
I just need to know. I need a deadline to get my room back in order.
Yeah.
Usually I would seriously, I would have to bow out because I wouldn't be able to get to, you know, all my pieces right now.
It's usually at the end of the month because we just procrastinate.
Yeah. Well, we're halfway through already.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not scheduled yet, which means it'll probably happen the last week of January.
So I did finish. I watched Eternals yesterday and today. So I did actually finish watching it today. And I was just kind of hoping, like the second time around, I might find more, you know, maybe good stuff.
Yeah.
To it. I'm like,
it was easier to follow the story, right?
Huh?
Like, the first time, it was like, even for a comic fan, it was kind of, you didn't know what the twist. You didn't really know what the twist was going to be, right?
Right.
So watching it, I think it is better. I think it was better for me watching the second time, but it didn't blow my socks off. But it was easier to follow because I kind of knew what was going to happen.
Right. And to me, it was like, you have too many characters. You're introducing 10 new superheroes, basically.
Yep.
And it was tough. And then it's like, you know, they have to go find them all is the bulk of the middle of the movie. And you're like, okay. And you think they found them, and you're like, oh, wait, no, there's like 2 more people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Fastos being the last. I think, no, he wasn't the last guy. Speedster Girl was the last one.
Yeah.
But
McCurry.
Yeah.
He was cool. I like the way they did the Speed Force with her.
Yeah. She was kind of a badass against Icarus at the end. I was actually kind of, I was kind of impressed. I mean, he basically fought 3 of his friends to an extent. I mean, Thena and Fastos and what's her name, Makara. So again, that was interesting.
Yeah, give it a second watch, Sidious.
Yeah.
Like Larry says, there's so many characters, right? So going in the second time, I was more familiar with most of their names. And it helped me doing these habitats and posting their names made me kind of research their names again. Like, I still didn't have it down. Well, I was building those things like through Monday through Wednesday. So yeah, they showed a bunch of, they went back in time. There was jump through time, etc., which was good to see them as a team. And then they separated and I don't know, 1,000 years ago or something.
Right.
700 years or something. Or
I didn't believe the Icarus Circe love story at all. It I mean, it didn't make sense. You didn't get. Seriously, I think was the only one where you really had any emotional involvement in. I think she had maybe the most screen time. And I really liked the actress.
Yeah.
I thought she did really well. I love her accent. She's really pretty. Her acting was good. So that I liked. I mean, it was kind of a disappointment to see Icarus, Rob Stark in the next role that we've really seen him in since Game of Thrones.
Yeah. We get 2 Starks.
He's not a huge character, but also be kind of this. I don't know. He was kind of a throwaway bad guy in a way. And yeah, Stud, you're right. The comics are all over the place with the Eternals, and they to take a lot of them and completely, they gender swap some of them, and so it's kind of like Ajax is like such a. I mean, it's hard to put those two ideas for that character together. So yeah, I don't know. I also think it's really weird when you have a movie try and explain like the creation of the universe story.
Right.
It's like, okay, if this is all true, then what about all of, and tried to like kind of retcon all of Earth's mythology as being the Eternals. Well, you can't really. I mean, they talk about how they hung out with, Odin and Thor. Okay. So those were actual gods, and the whole kind of mythos behind the 7 realms, the North mythology part, doesn't even jive with what they explained in the Eternals. Because basically, Arishem is God, for lack of a better term, maybe a lesser version of God, but.
Somebody was asking me about, like, hey, can you explain the show to me? I was like,
no.
well, to start with, I was like, okay, so basically the core is these Celestials are creating new suns and stars, and to make more Celestials, they hatch them in planets. So the planet Earth is like an egg waiting to be populated with enough energy to birth this Titan, this Celestial, right? So you have to get to the core of like that galaxy, universe creation story.
Yeah. Well, and the biggest plot hole is the whole. They only get involved when deviants were involved.
Oh, right.
Well, in the comics, Thanos is half deviant, so maybe they should have got at least half involved. I mean, that whole thing, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
They didn't do it right. I mean, they just.
Well, I do like that. I mean, they included that snap and blip so that when they got rid of half the population, the birth of the Celestial was paused for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when they snapped back, it was like a burst of energy that, induced labor, if you will.
I had not seen the second post-credit scene because at the theater we had to split.
Oh, yeah.
So that was kind of cool to actually see that. And watching the first one with Star Fox made a lot more sense to me, and I got a little bit more excited about that because I just didn't fully understand it. To me, the first time I saw it was like, okay, random introduction guy.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Because he was dressed like an Eternal. I'm like, oh, so they're going to play the part of his story where he's one of the Eternals, and now, they're out to. I somehow I totally just missed the fact that they were going out to find other Eternals and tell them what was really going on. Totally missed that. which is important for any follow-up movies. But then he shows up. They're looking for more of them, and he shows up as one of them. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. That sets up the next story if it's any good, if they can just do better next time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But all the Dane Whitman stuff was the stuff I was really, really jonesing to see more of.
So the end credits thing was a good payoff then. What did you think of the ebony blade? Looked pretty cool.
Definitely. And there's a whole lot of, I mean, man, they can go in so many directions with that, because in the comics there's a whole lot of magic stuff that goes with him. There's the Enchantress was involved with a big part of his storyline. You've got, historical figures, like, the King Arthur's court and all that. He was an Avenger at one point. He was a Defender at one point. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited that they're introducing another kind of more regular Avenger, even though he wasn't an Avenger very long. Got to replace these guys with somebody. I like the Black Knight.
Yeah, I think they're setting up a new Defenders, if you will, because I know they did the Defenders, and remember the new Defenders?
Oh yeah, because they had Doctor Strange was a Defender at one point. Silver Surfer was.
Yeah, so we got the street level Defenders from Netflix,
right?
If you will, Iron Fist, Power Man, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Punisher, all teaming up. But now there's like the Valkyrie already around.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about Valkyrie.
And kind of mystic people, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as powers.
Well, and Black Knight also had a lot of tie-in with some of the mutants. Like, I know that there's some of the lore ties in with Magic, Elena Rasputin, Colossus's sister, and also Magneto. There's a storyline with him and Magneto, because Magneto, this is when he recruits Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver into the Brotherhood. So yeah, I mean, his storyline goes back quite a bit. Hopefully they'll do it some justice.
Yeah, or introduce some of those characters, X-Men, basically.
Yeah.
Or Deadpool or something crazy. We've done the show. Stud in the chat.
So yeah, Stud. They've got that new show coming out. Jesse, did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, so he was bringing up Game of Thrones. I actually opened up the book. I'm reading the last book, Dance of Dragons.
Oh, are you? Cool.
So I've watched the show and I've read the books. I just opened Dance of Dragons today, and so I know my Game of Thrones. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, it's like they got a lot of nerve coming out with a new show after what they did with that last season.
Yeah, it was so big.
God, that last season pissed me off to no end.
So is it, is it just, we all wanted to see somebody sit on the throne? Is that the part that pissed you off?
No. There were so many parts that pissed me off. First of all, Cersei, just weak. She did not get her just desserts and that was a theme of the whole show. The really evil people, they got their evil end in just the worst ways.
Yeah.
And she was the worst of the worst.
Away from it on HBO.
Yeah.
They were doing some pretty graphic stuff on there.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was, I think, that was the appeal to that show. That's why I loved it. I mean, it was the gratuitous and graphicness of it.
Yeah.
That we like in, The Boys and Invincible and shows like that. So
it wasn't just the end. It was the
it
end.
wasn't,
Because I guess I haven't done like a spoiler talk about it with anybody. I did watch it with my roommates and whatnot when it was live. I'm usually the biggest geek though.
You're the biggest geek of them, Jason?
As far as like talking, like listening to reviews after the shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the books, I'm still reading the last book, so we'll see how true it is, I guess, to that. But I think he was still writing this last book while they were airing the HBO series. So I think that probably ruined some of the direction that both properties could take.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a lot of speculation because it was taking him really long time to get his books out, is my understanding. And, so there was a lot of talk about how much HBO was influencing his writing.
Right.
It is what it is. I don't know. It was really... It was a great show. I loved it just up until that last season. I mean, everyone was so stoked for it to come out because by that time, I mean, I didn't even start watching it until, probably the beginning of season 5.
Wow.
So I had a lot of binge catching up to do, which was that's nothing wrong with that because it was like 2 years between seasons.
I suppose.
But
I don't know about binge watching so much anymore. Like, there's so much content out there. Sometimes I feel like I need to get through it so I can move on to the next thing. But when you only watch like 2 episodes at a time, maybe 3, you get to kind of really think about it for a while and let it sink in.
We were, let's see. So I actually... My wife has been sick with COVID for like the last week and a half. She's actually going to be able to go back to work next week. And she just had, regular cough or regular cold and flu symptoms. Nothing terrible. I just got my test results back today. And they said I was negative. I'm like, well, I've been like, I have not been separating myself from my wife in our own home,
right?
And and my son also had it at the same time, although he was asymptomatic. He's 16 though. I'm like, so am I immune or what? I mean, like, the woman sleeps next to me and hacks all night long. How do I not have it?
So has he not finished The Winds of Winter? It's not even out yet. Because I'm reading this one and it's talking about the next book will be Winds of Winter. And I'm like, well, it's been a while, so I don't know what's going on. But I even started this one today and it's parallel to the last book. So the last 2 books are actually the same timeline. That's how much story he needs to tell all at once. So I kind of get it why it took so long, but that's crazy, man. You gotta I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, so the next Game of Thrones will be a prequel.
Right.
To the Targaryens, and Matt Smith is in it, and should be pretty cool. They have a chance to maybe redeem themselves or something. I don't know.
So yeah, so we've been watching quite a bit more than we usually do, just because she's is not doing anything but sitting there sniffling and all that.
Yeah.
But we blazed through all 8 Harry Potter movies. And that was fun. It's been a long time since I've seen those, and to watch all of them, back to 8 backs in a row, was fun. I mean, it was really kind of cool. We would actually, I think there were like 2 nights we got like 2 movies watched back to back. So yeah, that was really fun. And I was like, man, I don't have enough Harry Potter Lego.
Yeah, you gotta get some Harry Potter Lego now.
I mean, I've got a ton of it, but I mean, not everything. I mean,
did you watch the special?
I did, and that's kind of what prompted us to watch all the movies, because we actually started watching the Matrix trilogy.
Yeah,
The new one.
Sorry,
We watched the very first Matrix movie, then we watched the Harry Potter thing, and then we ended up watching all 8 Harry Potter movies. And this was actually right after I got my minifigs from Brick Hive, because that one show that you won something, I won something.
Yeah,
and it was these 2 little minifigs. So I got those in the mail. These the CMF Harry Potter CMS.
Oh, okay.
Which is this is my favorite Dumbledore. Actually, he's really cool and he's got Fox with him. So
Yep.
And then I got Kingsley, the other Auror guy. He's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Harry Potter IP because of the characters and their attire. Like you get some, like private. For me, I'm doing Visions Academy for Spider-Verse, so it's like the private school uniform characters.
Nice.
So rewatching. I've been rewatching Daredevil. I got through season 1.
Oh, cool. Very cool. I've been wanting to, but it's like, God, I have so much TV to watch.
Gotta have me some more Kingpin.
Yeah.
TJ's here.
Hey, TJ, what's happening, my man?
Hello.
Titanium J. Hanging out on a Friday night.
Of course.
What? Let's get it on the big screen here. He's got some flash going on. Let's see. Solo. That's cool.
Yeah. And it's a 3-speedster race this time. I wanted to try and get that wall angle for one. That was pretty fun, pretty interesting to work out.
Taking the shot.
And then I put my custom rival in there.
Nice.
That speedster.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. And then the other mock I've done this week is this.
Ooh.
This is a bit bigger.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a tad bit bigger. It's Nindroids versus 501st. So it's a Ninjago Star Wars crossover.
Yes.
And the Nindroids are dominating, as they should.
Very cool.
They did manage to get it was a bit of a surprise attack for the 501st.
They have broken through the line of the clones.
Yeah, because the Nindroids can turn invisible. So some of them snuck behind.
Snuck over there.
Yeah, they sort of started attacking this Republic outpost, which is kind of based on. It's got some old Republic influence because I've been playing that game for a while.
Yeah,
and it's a big battle, lots of things happening, but I count at least 4 501st troopers have fallen, while only 2. It looks like 2 Nindroids have fallen.
All right.
One's in the process of falling. Right over here, he's been shot by a laser. 501st has got the same. He's over there next to the rocket launcher trooper.
Great action posing with all those characters there.
Yeah, those little pieces that they introduced with the CMFs.
Oh yeah,
really useful.
Super handy.
I used them all.
I used every one I had.
They were all there.
Cool. Welcome to the show. Happy
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, this is
That's
gonna be the last.
Mock. He's a Star Wars guy. He's got
Thank you, Sidious.
and the Reverse Flash. Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to get a custom Black Flash eventually, but Reverse Flash will have to do. And then making the custom rival was pretty easy. I just used this little head, and then I switched out the black hands with the Jay Garrick figure. Because the costumes are pretty much the same, other than those little features. But this is going to be the last Friday for a while because I go back to school on Sunday.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, long break, huh? Winter holiday break.
Yeah, been on break for a little while, but sadly it's coming to an end.
Well, study hard, get graduated so you can play with your Lego some more.
Exactly. Yeah, I've got
buy more Lego.
yeah, my spring breaks in March, so probably be able to show up again around then. Maybe a bit earlier, we'll see. I've got an interesting course schedule this semester. I've got 9 a.m.s every day, but then I also have a class on Wednesday and a class on Thursday that are both 5:30 to 8 p.m. So it's very interesting.
What are you studying?
Psychology,
Oh,
the
good for
minor
you.
in sociology.
Good for you. Well, if we're going to get No Kevin and TJ is here, we could certainly talk about Boba Fett for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Stud Sidious, I just sent you an Instagram. I mean, I'm liking that you're in the chat, throwing things, keeping the chat lively. But maybe you want to be on the show.
Yeah, Sidious is a good guy.
Let's see here. He knows his Star Wars.
Yeah, Boba Fett was interesting this week, for sure.
Definitely. And Danny Trejo, hello. How cool is that?
Yeah, we got to talk about that. All right, hold on. Let me see here. I'm going to send Studious Instagram invite. That's cool.
Yeah, I popped in for like a second earlier. I know you guys were talking about Eternals. I saw that movie.
No pressure.
I watched it yesterday because I got my booster shot on Wednesday, and it made me feel just all sick yesterday. So I just spent it watching movies.
I'm out. Might catch you guys later.
All right, Reed, have a good night.
Reed.
Have a great show this weekend, man.
You got it. I still got a boatload of bears to set up.
Yeah, you got work to do, man.
Yeah.
You're not even close.
Night.
All right, let me grab a beverage.
So, TJ, overall, what are you thinking of Boba Fett?
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In relation to like The Mandalorian, better, worse, same.
I would say it's not as good as The Mandalorian, in my opinion.
Okay. And I don't disagree. I mean, I think it's pretty good.
One of the reviewers ranking all the Disney Plus shows.
I mean, in fairness, Mandalorian has had a lot more episodes, a lot more development.
True.
So thinking about it in the perspective of just the first few episodes, I'd still probably say it's a bit better, but
it's what you say, a bit dark,
a bit better.
Oh, a bit better.
Mandalorian's a bit better than first few episodes of Mando is a bit better than first few episodes of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
but I still think Boba Fett's decently good.
Well, it's still getting going here. We're only on episode 3, so
Yeah, and
But
I think
that's half the
the
season.
biggest contributing factor to that is that Mandalorian is welcome, stud.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey,
The biggest contributing factor is Mandalorian, brand new character. We're gonna flesh out a brand new guy
Yeah.
versus a well-loved character
Yeah, high
for
expectations.
decades.
Yeah, high expectations.
High expectations, so many questions. You know, and it's like, how do you pick a guy to even play the role of someone like that? Well,
Yeah.
I think that this tomorrow guy is doing a hell of a job.
yeah.
That's funny, to all the Clone Wars fans, that's Boba to them. You know, that
Yeah.
age group, and then to us, it's you can tell the body type of what is it? Jeremy Bullock was his name,
Yeah.
I think. And it's like you could tell the difference completely, obviously, but it's just generational, which is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
high expectations, man, it definitely is.
And I mean, that's really tough. And especially, if you're really going to dive into a lot of that Empire and Jedi lore with Jabba's palace and those
Yeah.
characters. So, I think I wouldn't want it in any other person's hands than Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Filoniverse.
Yeah, him and Dave, yeah. They're definitely doing the Marvel thing. They're starting to do the Marvel thing with I think Disney realized that doing the prequels with 3 different conceptual writers and directors and bouncing it around wasn't that good. So I think they learned their lesson and they're planning to mesh things together in a bigger picture like Marvel does. So
Well, they did a lot of the Mandalorian shows with different directors too.
Yep.
So they are experimenting with that.
but it had the same consistency of the story, and it was written by the same 2 guys.
Yeah, I think the executives, right? Filoni and
yeah, because the Mandalorian directors, that was great. All the ones they brought in were the mix. Even Ron Howard's daughter, she killed it on some of those episodes.
Oh, sure. Which is, she blows me away. I'm like, she's here, she's there, she's in Jurassic Park, she's directing.
Yeah.
What was her first role? Wasn't she in Back to the Future or something crazy?
She, as a child, was in a lot of things, and M. Night Shyamalan used her in a bunch of movies
like
too.
The girlfriend. She was like the girl.
She's in The Village and
M. Night Shyamalan. Spider-Man. She was.
Oh yeah, she was in Spider-Man too. She was Gwen Stacy, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Gwen Stacy in Tobey's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what freaked me out because I went back and watched Spider-Man. I was like, "Who is that?" And I had to look it up, and sure enough, Bryce
When they made Topher Grace Venom, for me, it was just because I was in college and I'd grown up around the area where Topher was like a famous young actor. So it's like, you saw him in high school plays and everything. But when I heard he was going to be Eddie Brock, I was just like, oh, come on. Like, there's no way. Like, and for me, like, I don't know him. I'm not friends with him, but growing up around him and knowing that, like, type of person, he wasn't Eddie Brock to me. I couldn't get past that. It was just like, dude.
Yeah.
That
wasn't a good Venom for sure.
Yeah, it was just
the way they introduced him too was just. I really want
he's a good actor, obviously, but just not Eddie Brock.
Right. I watched I forget which. I think it's the Nerdist channel.
Yeah,
he had a very, very interesting take, if you will, on what Jon Favreau is doing with this show. And he pointed out some examples, and I'm like, you might have something there. And if you do, that's just really kind of cool, especially if you hate Kathleen Kennedy. He proposed the idea that
you talking about Boba Fett again?
Yeah, we're talking about Boba Fett. Bringing it back to Boba Fett.
Sorry.
But specifically,
yes,
Jon Favreau. He's basically kind of like he's writing Boba Fett as he's Boba Fett, and Kathleen Kennedy was represented by Jabba. Okay, so when you hear lines like "Jabba ruled with fear, I will rule with respect," and he points out like many things, and I'm like,
It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Kind of like
Oh,
what you're doing
wow.
there because, yeah, not a fan of Kathleen Kennedy for ruining Star Wars. And he's done it before. He actually, what's the movie called Chef, I think, was one of his movies that he stars in. And it was kind of a direct commentary on another situation that he was having to deal with I think, Iron Man 2.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, if you look up
There's some parallels.
episode 3 breakdown of Boba Fett by the Nerdist, you can
Alright.
dive more into it. It's very
Alright.
interesting, actually.
That's
I've seen
deep
some
stuff. Let's do a traditional spoiler show
Okay.
and just talk about Boba Fett in somewhat of a timeline order. I do not have notes. I think I watched it once.
It's funny if you look at Mando though, like the people that complain about Boba, like the first one I look at as like comic book zero, like they had to tell that story. Everyone wanted to know that.
Yeah.
They kind of had to get that out of the way. So that was like comic book zero. So you knew that. And then the second one was like, bam, the Raiders gonna hit you with that punch. They're gonna jab you. Then the next one's gonna go a little down and give a little more backstory, and then they're gonna crank you with the next one. So, and Mando did that, and a lot of the fans are complaining that it's going up and down, but the writing kind of has to. They're putting a lot in the one little series.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I don't know, but it's definitely been. I like it. I'm appreciating all of it for the fast parts, the slow parts. It's I
Right.
just evolve.
The timelines or the length of the episodes is kind of weird too, and I hear people harp on,
Yeah, it was like one was 57 minutes, one's 34 minutes.
they had like 38 minutes on one, the second one, I think. Otherwise, there have been like 50-minute shows, which is great because I think you want to see that much story told, especially when they're jumping back and forth when he's in the back to tank and healing and he's doing the Tusken storyline versus the Mos Eisley storyline.
Dude, a lot of people, the just the regular, not the hardcore Star Wars fans, didn't realize that the female Tusken was not shown. She's not dead. I don't think the female Tusken's dead. She escaped, I think, but she's gonna come back and.
Oh, it's
them.
like they've got when they're putting that much time into storytelling.
they're writing with her. Yeah,
they're leading up
because you have a very good point because they were specific to show you the tribe leader and also allude to his the child that he
the kid.
knew.
Yeah, or I think the kid is still around. I don't know about
That's Jimmy Kimmel's nephew playing that role too. He was in
Yeah.
Marvel. Too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that until I read it. I was like, wow, that kid can act.
when he's got his feet up and he's making them dig.
Like,
That was
acting
good.
under a mask is tough. People don't realize that it's tough. Like you gotta be able to act.
Right.
Oh man, yes, we haven't spoiled any Boba Fett. We're all over the place. That's great though. I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Yeah, I do think she's gonna come back though and help in like this because the thing about it that and the way they were doing the back to tank with the flashbacks and using that as a creative like juxtaposition was awesome. And now that they're all gone, what are they gonna do? They're gonna weed her in somehow and not through flashbacks, but I think she's gonna carry on the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think she's going to survive. Because,
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
Hopefully they will mix a figure of her. I think they will. I think she's that prominent that they will.
They got to do so many figures now.
Yeah, right? Oh my, yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
it's chock full. Like,
I mean, nothing develops a character more than killing off one of your loved ones.
Well, I was always because when I saw the leaked art of the Rancor, I saw the leaked art of Rancor, and Boba was riding this Rancor like months ago on like Hive Channel. Everyone, I was like, dude, I asked my buddies that still work at Disney, and they said, yeah, it's going to be the show. I thought they were lying to me because usually they sign NDAs, but it already leaked, I guess, so they didn't care. But and then I didn't believe it until the last episode. Then I was like, what? These dudes they were being honest with me.
Yeah.
What's really gonna happen? And I think in the Boba Palace set, the $100 set, I think we're gonna get a new Rancor mode, like a new.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, because you think about it, for a kid's set, they would want to put that in there. Kids are gonna want that, so I'm hoping on that.
That'll be a big
really
one.
hoping on that.
What do you think, TJ?
Well, I've just been. I just thought of this term. It was I like to call when Boba enters the tank, it's his flash baths.
Yeah.
Flashback.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Nice.
The flashback.
Here we go. Another flash bath.
yeah. I thought of that like just now. It fits.
That's great.
I have to take Epsom salt baths for my
Yeah,
arthritis.
it's one of those divisive
Not as
things
cool.
that they do when people, they go to sleep and they have some dreams and they go back and it's a plot telling device. I
Yeah.
think it's great.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's kind of an old trick, but it works really well. Until Black Chrysanthemum pulls you out of your wet dream.
Yeah, that was nuts, dude. That's the one thing that bothered me was those. I get the writing of the little biker gang, but you already have the other alien race biker gang that's obviously working with the Pikes as like
Yeah.
someone as their.
But those guys are in the flashback though, so it's possible they don't survive past the flashback time.
I'm just saying the younger ones that they made, they looked more Coruscant to me. They were more of like
Yeah,
vibe with the old like. In the UK, they used to have the little gangs of the guys they had like Vespas, not Vespas, but scooters.
That's so funny you said that because I'm like, they're riding around on hover Vespas.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it just looks more core. That would fit in Coruscant more.
I don't,
totally.
yeah, and for Tatooine, it didn't look lived in enough, right?
Yeah, it should be Mad Max. It should look like Mad Max people, like all beat up and like.
Yeah, especially if they're part cyborg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was polished. It was definitely Coruscant.
I think it looked bad, like because all four of them, or I think there were at least four, right?
Yeah, there were four.
Had brand new bikes. Like there should have been maybe like at least one stray black sheep that the bike wasn't quite finished yet, then to make it more lived in.
Yeah,
well, they talked about how in the beginning we first encountered these people because they were stealing water from the guy, because they didn't have any work, but it's probably also because they spent all their money on these nice bikes.
Right.
Yeah, they all went to the same crotch rocket shop.
But in one of them, the lead chick that was the head in the blue bike had way too many mirrors. There was way too many mirrors on that bike. There was like 3 dozen mirrors.
Yeah, the one with the arm, right? That was
yeah.
And
Trash, I think her name is.
Total seriousness. All I could think of was, how is Jesse going to make those bikes with all that chrome?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to do that scene, but.
And how about the slowest chase scene ever recorded?
Yeah,
that whole chase. I did not like it. I was like, oh, this is bad. This is it's like straight out of Solo with the same kind of style of a speeder that looked like it looked like an old Lincoln Continental.
Yeah, that was it wasn't like that also didn't look as old as it should. It was kind of more like polished old. It looked like a restored classic car, like you said. It looked like a restored classic car.
Right.
It was that was the only thing that bothered me. It wasn't the fact that he recruited the gang, because obviously Bo was building this army to take on this much bigger threat that's going to happen and evolve in the story, which is awesome. But
I get that.
It was just they didn't, like I said, they fit Coruscant. They should have been more Mad Max style.
Yeah,
totally.
And I know it's Disney, but shouldn't he be like killing some people?
Yeah,
he's a crime boss.
What?
Killing people, like he's supposed to be a crime boss.
Yeah, this is like
we're kind of getting Disney light Boba Fett here. Although a lot of Tusken just died in that train scene.
Yeah. My friend, a friend of mine pointed this out after the first episode, but they're very much trying to make Boba Fett the good guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, conflicted. Do you guys know if this because I was going to convert him into the boss dude for a mock, but in the cantina, is this a different color? Because this is the one from Lego did. Was it the Freemakers or some? Lego did
the Yoda Chronicles. Yeah,
the Yoda Chronicles. This is the one from that. I'm pretty sure this is the one.
Yeah, Rusty.
That looks pretty close to that mayor, dude.
Well, the
Yeah,
mayor was a lighter color with like he had white gray hair and stuff.
yeah,
so.
and he had green. I would switch the body, but is the one in the cantina? I can't find it too. I have the
Here, I'm
cantina.
gonna look right now. See,
Is it a different color of the mold of the head? Is it the lighter
Probably
color?
browner though, like not lighter. Yeah, we need a whole slew of characters now
Yeah, right.
all right,
in the show. Oh my gosh.
here it is.
Yeah, I need that black chrysanthemum minifig in the worst
Yeah.
way.
I think it's about the same color.
Yeah.
So,
changed the mold.
Unfortunately, the mayor's not going to be the right color.
No, it'll be a little off, but I'll get
You
away
can
with
still
it.
pose a scene and
Yeah, I mean, I can always Photoshop it if I want to. After I shoot the mock, I can just change it. But I don't like to do that. This I broke down. I don't usually do stuff like this, but I had because I make all those Tashi. I'm making the Tashi station in UCS style. Like I had to get the Luke this year from Poland of all places. Came quick,
right?
4 days. I was shocked. It was too good. It was like, yo, I got it in Poland. I was like, no way. I'm half Polish. I'll order it. But I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah.
I'm ready to open it.
Yeah, I'm glad you took the Tashi station angle and I'm gonna do something with it with the Lego because
I would love Lego to make one, man. Make a like the Cantina, make a Tashi station. Like that's I usually only make things that they won't do that I know they're not gonna do forever. So I just get frustrated and I just do it myself. But
yeah.
And then you just buy another X-wing.
they get my money anyways because to make something like that, Jesse, costs a lot of money.
Or you just need the character, so you got to buy the set with the ship.
It's crazy. But yeah, slowly. That Tashi station is like 4 different buildings too, so it's a pain. I did the 2 little ones, but the big one. I'm glad though they showed that in the Boba show because I could freeze it now and really like look at the scene inside that main room. Like, and they did it spot on because they used to show it in the deleted scenes from A New Hope. They showed a bunch of it, but not as up close as it, and not as high definition as this Boba show. So I hope we see more.
Bricklock IL is here. What's happening?
Dude, imagine how many people are gonna make the I can't wait to see the monorail mocks of the train with the pikes. Those figures.
Yeah.
I already saw a pretty good one. It was one section of the train, but it was really good.
Yeah, those figures cost a ton because there's only one Pike figure. Like,
yeah, there was only one. It was in one of the was it in the Solo Falcon?
It was in the Solo.
Yeah, the White Falcon.
Yeah.
That's what. That's why I wanted to get some of these Hammerhead dudes, but I didn't know if I'm hoping Lego will make them in other colors. They should, but.
Dude, one of my favorite action figures growing up was my Hammerhead Kenner.
I had one there.
Yeah. There was one idea that I wish Lego would do. I just don't have the patience to do it. I have too many things going on. But remember the Kenner Darth Vader carry case for the figures?
Yeah.
Someone should make a Lego and just because we have a Lego minifigures for it. I'm pretty sure almost all. Someone should make a fold open carry case of the Vader helmet with all the minifigs inside.
Nice.
That would be sick.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I had that on my list, but that's a pain to make a Vader thing that is like
sculpting.
Someone else
at that scale is pretty tough.
That would be
what are your guys' theories for other more appearances on Boba Fett? I'm hoping Kira, might come in with the new Crimson Dawn. Is it?
Well, I don't know if they would because unless they already know the end of what is it the current comic event that's going on, Crimson Reign. That there's that current comic event that's got Kira involved, and we don't know what's going to happen to her with that. So unless the writers already know the end game of that comic book.
Yeah, they probably do. That's a good point though, because if they're bringing that into the comics, they might weave a little bit into the show. I mean, it's relevant.
Well, we have the syndicates, right? We got the Pikes. We got
we could see Cad Bane. We could see Cad Bane.
Yeah, but I just don't know if Cad Bane. With Cad Bane's appearance in Bad Batch, I don't know if he was going to be able to survive another 20 years.
Yeah, they just might put him in though to go into the Ahsoka show, and you never know. So
isn't he the one that shot and put the dent in Boba Fett?
That guy.
Yeah. And Boba Fett's the one that caused him that head injury.
Yeah, they just
Where's
never.
got the-
It's funny though, they never aired that Clone Wars episode.
Yeah,
They made
they're
Yeah.
not really in that
Cool.
timeline.
and they never aired it.
Yeah, they had like the unfinished footage
Yeah.
of the duel, which I
Yeah,
guess is
lots of
taking
stuff.
place somehow canonically.
But also, though, I wouldn't put this past Disney. There's rumors that Mando will make a little appearance and Grogu will actually, but they're not together, so I don't get. But
Well,
Disney-
maybe it's in the flashback
well, it could be.
Like a flashback.
because Boba Fett did see them.
Sorry, what were you going to say,
That-
Larry? I didn't want to cut you off, Larry. You were about to say something.
Don't remember.
No. My bad. What you
Don't worry. Must not have been too important.
Well, did you have a theory on another appearance or?
Not really. Because it's really,
I know it's hard to theory, but there's so many characters out there.
yeah. And I mean, the style of this is going to be, I don't think you're going to see any Jedi related stuff
No.
because
No.
this is bounty hunter stuff. I mean, this is all
Yeah.
that part of the Star Wars mythos. You've got the rebels, you've got the evil empire, whatever their name is going to be for that part of the generation, and then you've got the Jedis, and then you've got the other characters, the other bad guys. So in this case, the bounty hunters and the gangsters and
Yeah.
the underbelly of the Star Wars universe, so to speak.
They're definitely making this show. They're doing what they said they would do with that, and this is about like the crime lord underworld.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're definitely hitting that for sure. So
Yeah, they need to make Boba. He needs to do some kind of bad evil things or something. I mean, he is turning into this like good guy,
I mean, he's-
and unless you're going to explain that away through these these
Tough
flashbacks,
stories, yeah, giving them that.
he's
Um,
definitely going to ride that
dynamic.
Rancor through the street. They've been making all those jokes. Remember how everyone says to him, "Oh, you didn't come on a litter. Where's your litter? I didn't see your litter." He's going to ride that Rancor, like he said. He's
Yeah.
going to roll up and be like, "Yeah, here's my litter."
yeah,
Rancor.
here's my little bitch.
Yeah, I want to ride this through the streets. Like,
Oh yeah, he'll be riding it. Oh yeah.
Lego. I cannot see Lego not putting that in the palace. Did they have to? Please, Lego, make it stackable over the palace like you did Jabba's with a Rancor in the pit. Oh,
The new
and little they threw in. They even
Give us
Rodriguez threw in what's his face, the Mexican guy. I love that dude from
Danny Trejo.
Yeah,
Danny Trejo.
yeah, he is awesome, dude.
We need
He
a
is
Danny
awesome.
Trejo
That's
figure.
I had made a comment in one of our chat rooms. I'm like, he needs to name his Rancor Machete.
It would make sense. He's in all those Quentin Tarantino and Rodriguez films. He's
Oh
in
yeah,
all-
yeah.
He's a good actor. I love it. He's a really good actor. So.
Yeah, he was in the Flash
That
too.
guy's
as
actually
well.
got a really interesting story. He came out of like some hardcore
Oh, yeah.
prison shit.
Yeah. I think he's Southern Cali. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Yeah.
hmm.
Got a bot. All right.
He owns a really good taco place. I went to it when I was out there.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's a chain too. It's really good. He has a really good. His
Oh,
face
yeah.
is in the logo and everything. Like it's his joint. It's cool.
Yeah, we got to see the Rancor eat too, I think, or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's another thing. They're kind of Disneyfying. He's like snuggling up to this.
Oh yeah,
Rancor.
they're emotional character. They're emotional.
Like, what's going on here?
They kind
Yeah.
of already did that a little bit in Clone Wars with the baby one. Was it Moochie? His name was, or something like that.
Yeah,
They kind of already did that, but it makes sense because they're playing off the whole thing where the Rancor trainer cried after it died, and like
Sure.
it makes-
Yeah. That always
feels like a dog to
awkward,
him.
and now it makes a little more sense that he was so
Yeah.
sensitive about losing the Rancor when.
But yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. I just wasn't, dude. When I first saw the last episode, when I saw the twin huts come around, I was like, "What? Like, there's huts in here?" And then you see Black K came out. I was like, "Whoa,
Dude, that was like, yeah, that was highlight.
Yeah. 'Cause that
Highlight
was
of the
a
show so
comic.
far.
Yeah, he's in all the comics, like heavy. So
Yeah.
it's just, dude, like, this is sick.
I think that we'll definitely see another bounty hunter. I think I would like it to be another one of the original bounty hunters from the
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
Preferably one we haven't seen too much,
Uh,
live action or
I think
animated
there are
content
the
from.
Trandoshans,
Yeah,
the
Boss
lizard people.
Bosk is a good contender. I'd love to see Zuckuss and Forlom though.
I was gonna say
Is it-
Zuckuss.
that's-
Zuckuss is it's like a
Forlom, yeah.
generic
Yeah.
one that you never see. You never see Zuckuss anywhere in the comics.
Yeah, well, he was in the comics a bit.
Yeah.
but I'd like to see them in like another media, because we saw Bosk and Dengar both in the Clone Wars.
And the IG droids are all dead.
Yeah. We had IG-11, which is not the same as IG-88, but still an
Yeah,
IG
and they
unit.
couldn't. It would be a redo if they brought IG-88 in.
No,
Yeah.
that would be it. I think it has to be Bosk because they are the Trandoshans already.
I think Bosk
Or
is the most
Cad Bane.
likely candidate,
Cad Bane
especially
is
because he
interesting.
and Boba Fett have history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of Trandoshan references on this show.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
tons. Yeah. Their costumes, they've done a really good job updating those costumes on the train.
Yeah.
Like even the Pikes were a little fake to me in live action, but they were cool. It was cool to see them with their helmets off. But that one was a little like not bad costume, but it seemed a little polished and plasticky to me. I don't know. There's a little something off about it.
Yeah, if you see the Pikes in the Clone Wars, that's a difficult head shape.
Yeah, it's
to
hard.
make.
It's hard to do that. Yeah. Like,
And I mean, in Solo, they never had him pull the mask off, so you can, maybe think that it was a bit big, but then it didn't translate as well.
in Solo too, you never saw that they have the big bulbous like fish thing. Like they actually look like fish.
Yeah. So there's.
What about an assassin droid from KOTOR? What, you being like HK-47? I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't feel like he'd fit in here because he's.
I want to see an assassin droid, but from the comics, right? So we got Black Chrysanthemum,
Zero,
Afra, and Triple Zero were definitely a big part of that story.
Yeah.
And they used a protocol droid, and he got spun around in the city street. So
yeah, what was with the white markings on his face? Because that's similar to the one that Cad Bane. There's an episode in Clone Wars where Cad Bane had a protocol droid, and he had the white marks on his face. He had.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Same exact white marks. So I was like, dude, that's what made me think. I'm like, are they gonna bring Cad Bane into this thing? Like,
okay.
That's why I don't know. And there's rumors that they are, but there's a lot of rumors that everything is going to get brought into it. So,
yeah. Right. Well, yeah.
Another individual I might be interested in seeing is Valence, who is in the. He was in the he was in the War of the Bounty Hunter stuff. He kind of interacted with Boba Fett, and I think Boba Fett betrayed him and left him.
Yeah, he's like a human Terminator, basically. Triple Zero might not be so Disney friendly. He's like crazy.
No. Yeah, that'd be too tough. And I wouldn't want him to do it wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, they already have that other droid that was the torture droid, and they're playing with him already. So
that's cool.
Tan suit from Empire. I'm not sure.
That's probably Zuckuss.
Yeah,
Zuckuss that's who he's talking about.
Zuckuss, it was just always there, and he didn't get it much love in Empire in the comic, so that he's powerful in the comic.
Yeah.
Dengar, it would be cool to see Dengar too, like the old school.
It'd be cool to see any of the Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters.
We're definitely going to get more, which is more characters, which is awesome. And I don't think Black K is gone. I think he'll be back in the mix somehow.
Yeah. So
I wonder if he's. I wonder if he teams up with Boba.
Yeah, they're setting it up
possible.
so that
he just let him go. I mean, the guy, he was like, "What?"
It seems like it. Yeah. Definitely seems like that.
Not that he owes him a life debt, but letting him free,
Yeah. Oma favor at least.
Yeah, so I'm a favor.
Like you guys said earlier with the female Tusken, they wouldn't have invested all that writing into it and that character buildup for her. They would have shown her deceased with the rest of them, and it wasn't like he wasn't there. So I definitely think she's gonna come into the play and help out somehow.
Either that or she betrayed the Tuskens for her own freedom.
Yeah, I think she's gonna come back somehow.
Yeah.
They got to bring
Pretty sure
those
she'll come
two
back.
storylines together. That's definitely going to happen.
Because we've got how many episodes?
4. I
3
think.
more.
How
3
many?
down and 3 to go.
3 to
I
go.
thought it was,
I thought I thought it was 7 episodes.
I heard it was 6.
Well,
Time for Google.
I hope I heard 7 too, so I hope it is.
Is it 7?
I don't know. 6 could be right, but I heard 7. I hope it's 7. It's going to start picking up. They got a lot of the stuff out of the way. Like they're leading up to this big war.
7
obviously.
episodes.
Is it 7? Okay.
Because there's definitely some other.
Not
There's
bad.
a bigger,
Yep, Brickworld.
bigger power.
Yeah.
There's a bigger power that we haven't seen yet too behind the strings, like even above the huts and everything. So it's going to get interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah, the huts kind of ran away with their tail between their legs a little bit.
Yeah, they left way too easy. That was
They're not.
way too easy.
They're not like, yeah, they don't like it's too much of a mess or too much work for them right now. So I don't know. That makes some sense to me. They've already tried to kill them off, different assassins.
Qui-Gon said, "There's always a bigger fish."
Yeah, I love that scene in the sequels. That scene with the fish, that was a good scene.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, just on a parts thing, when I was telling you about that lunar New Year set you have, the one that like spins around like Daisy Susan style.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You have these little modified bricks. They're the little round plate modified bricks, that people make like the round castle walls with and towers with.
Yeah.
Those little 1x2 flat round modified. But there's 2 of those. Is one stacked on top of the other, but there's 2 bars in between it. They look like
that's a brand new part. We were actually looking at that for lug bulk.
Yeah, it's sick. They sold out on bricks and pieces real fast. But
Yeah.
the things you could do with that, like, oh.
There's quite a few. There's like a good handful of new Technic pieces that are like super problem-solving pieces.
You can make chain linking. Like, that can make chain linking with that thing. Like,
Yeah.
that little piece. It's like, sick. Technic, they could use it. Like,
Yeah. I'm finding some new tile. I don't know if they've done this size arch in tile before. It's a
No, that's
3
not
by
I'm pretty
new.
sure that's new.
it's
I'm
new.
3x3.
They have them now that they can all line up. You can put them inside each other. Each little arch curve will look fit.
Yeah.
They're like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That always
purple one.
bothered me. That always bothered me. It was like, man, like, why can't we just make this work? But now they have it.
Yep.
So when I first saw the
Oh
first-
no, that was a last year piece.
yeah, but they've been slowly putting out those arch tiles in bigger sizes and smaller sizes to like make it all fit. It's definitely-
It's still very recent though, and I think what color did you show it in?
Light blue gray.
Yeah, that's not listed on Bricklink yet, so that's a new color.
Okay. I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, it's also been listed in orange, olive green, and medium azure.
Oh, what's up, Steve from SRTV? Down under.
Steve
It's morning.
Reynolds, what's happening?
It's morning for him.
Steve.
So we got some more people watching, and we're talking about circles and stuff. So, you know what time it is, Larry?
What's that?
It's flex time, maybe.
Flex it. Do it.
What's that? It's
He's
flex
gonna
time?
show up his habitats, man.
Yeah, they're
Doing
dope.
these things.
The Eternals, it's sick.
He just whipped him out in a couple nights.
Man, so that circle piece now and 3x3 would have helped me out do all these different flavors.
Yeah, would have. Put yourself
Dude,
on the big screen.
It's like Eternals Cubert, bro. I love it.
Yeah, right.
So
The color is so good. It's like everything-
What color is Icarus's hair? Is it like that medium nougat brown color?
Icarus?
Yeah. because his hair is. My wife actually said, "Icarus has your hair, Larry." I'm like, what? Yeah, he does. He's got black hair with this white streak, right, like the same place I have mine.
So I'll deconstruct this a bit and see if I can get the camera to. But I built these, and I pulled these off of the Domo ship because it's got that sticker. And that's a 3x3.
Yeah, those are bigger. Yeah, those are bigger.
Somewhat normal, or somewhat newer than the 2x2s. And now, yeah, we have this new tile. So my idea was, I know there's 10 of these figures, and 10 habitats make this pyramid. So or Hubert level.
Yeah, dude, it looks like a Hubert level. It's dope.
And I'll color coordinate their gear to a habitat, and this is what happened. There's the and this is Fastos. I used the squid thing. I was running out of purple parts.
Yeah, I like the squid piece. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love
kind of round.
Yeah, but still, it gives it flavor, dude. It's awesome texture. And you got the stickers all through the sticker that we're showing off.
I got one sticker on each habitat. There's actually 12, so 2 of them have 2. So each habitat has one of those stickers, which makes it look the same. You can see through. It was tough with purple and lavender to match.
I didn't even know they made
Kingo.
They made those rounded brick parts in lavender like that. When you have the snot on the side.
In the back, yeah. There's a big half sphere one too, or whatever, quarter sphere.
Yep, that's sick.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like you look at those colors, you're like, oh, you don't run across that very often, unless you collect friend sets. Then they're all over the place.
I've been known that I buy friend sets for parts when I see them. If I like the parts in there, for sure, all the time. But I just don't pay attention to it.
There's Gilgamesh and
big Thanos glove.
Nice fists, love them.
Yeah, he comes with those fiery fists and these gold gears. I forgot to put them on more of the these last units because I got a whole bag of them.
Jesse, do you know if those little gears I was messing with for the gaffy stick, those light tan ones, do they come in brown? Do you know that? Oh man, you got.
I got tan and lay dark, and there's like lime green one in there. There's a clear. I don't see.
I have some clear and some neon.
Oh, there's a gold one. Of course, well, I used gold.
I like gold.
Gold.
Jesse, do you know if those little tiny Technic gears I was using to make the gaffy stick stuff, did those come in black or brown? Or is it just light tan? You know the flat light tan one that I was.
I think tan is the color.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Here's my bag of gears, and
yeah, it's just light tan. It looks.
I just see light tan in there, and the blaze.
Yeah, that would be cool if they did it. They'd have to make a new color, but you have much more parts. So I wanted to ask if you had
someday.
That.
Yeah,
which piece is it?
It's like just a little flat pancake Technic gear, tiny one. Yeah,
this one.
That piece.
That's
okay.
It's flatter on the back. Oh, here's a white one. There's
yeah. So I just looked.
Dark
it does appear. It does appear in black in 2 sets.
Oh man, I'm gonna order the black ones.
Both from. Well, let me see how much they are first.
Well, so let Jesse go on with his build.
Yeah, that's all cool. TJ can keep researching.
Oh, you're gonna have to pay like $3. It's like $3-4 for a used one.
That's
with
crazy.
The black. Because they were only in 2 sets in 2002.
Druig. See if I know all their names. Here's Druig.
I like red and black. Red and black is always a classic combo.
He can. He's got the mind control.
That was another thing in the movie I have to watch again because it was hard to remember whose powers were what. There's so many.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously, yeah.
Kind of why like doing these habitats made me research their names a little bit better. So now I know because I had to put it in a hashtag.
That's why I have been.
Icarus.
I subtitle everything I watch now, because of stuff like this is a real advantage, because they would typically tell you who is speaking, and that really helped. By the end of the movie, I'm like, okay, now I know who everybody is.
Oh yeah,
We're getting
subtitles.
old there,
Yeah.
'cause I'm doing the same. I put subtitles on too. I'm losing my
Oh,
hearing.
dude,
It's
and
like,
it's like I watch old movies like Star Wars, and I'm like, oh, that's what they're saying.
yeah, dude, I do the same thing
Like-
now.
Kerplunky.
Cersei and Sprite. This was tough because this color
Oh,
That's a nice
dude,
combo.
is
Like-
that the dark azure
is that dark
or
azure?
medium
I don't even know.
azure? Wait,
Medium
no,
With
that's
the
gotta
gray,
be-
it looks sick, dude. With the gray, it looks
That's
it's
like-
so good.
That's like all the piece. Like there's a handful left, but I used like every single piece I could probably put in. And then if you do these habitats, you can cheat on the back. And
Yeah.
you can put in some 2x or whatever to kind of get. If you don't see it, there's more of those domo shit things. I really like the gold though. The gold ones really pop with the colors. So that's a Jack, right? I got all my gold in a bin, so that one, the gold was kind of easy.
I do that too. What is that? Why is that? That's weird. It's the
Uh,
only color I do that to, and I don't have a reason.
Yeah, it's like if you want to do something that's kind of steampunkish, right? You know, with the gold and I don't know what your bin looks like.
I have no reason for why I do that.
How come I wonder how come Lego used those little yellow toilet bowl lid parts for rings in Sonic when they have pure gold rings? They make gold rings. That drove me nuts. Like they make gold rings, like those rubber gold rings. Why didn't they use those for the rings in Sonic? It drives me insane, man. It drives my OCD crazy.
Gold plates. Oh, the gold.
Look at it, all of it.
Yeah, I do the same. I separate all the gold, dude.
Yeah, it's just a rare kind of color, and
Well, that's like I said. Those new gold parts from that lunar set you have, like sold out on bricks and pieces fast. There was little gold fence parts. It's gone.
oh, I put a bot on the screen. Yay! Oh, geez, now I'm kicking out the wrong people. All right, hold on. Well, oh, geez. All right, don't chat. All right, block user. There's 2 of them. Block
This is getting
user.
out of hand.
All the channels get it now. It's crazy. Hey, that means the channels are growing. It's a good thing.
I think, yeah, it's just like a new year. Somebody came up with a new hack program, and
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
flooding the market, right? Trying to look for a weak spot, and then if you don't block them, they'll follow up with something worse. Did I block you? Yeah, sorry. No, I don't think so. Steve Reynolds. I was gonna block somebody, and then somebody chatted. I was like, boop, and I was like, all right. So Bricklock is here. Steve Reynolds, say thanks for chatting it up in the live chat, guys. Where are we? 2 hours in to a Friday Night Brick show, and we got Titanium J here. We got Stud Sidious. Well, I've been meaning to invite you to a show, Stud. So glad.
No, thanks, man.
And yeah, you know, you're in that community, you know, chatting and stuff. So it's been one of those things where it was like,
Dude,
I don't know if
texting for me too because my left hand is destroyed. These fingers don't work. One of them
oh wow,
I'm missing a piece of this one. So, and this is my left art hand, and I got an accident, and it destroyed this hand. So I always misspell and I type it. I'm horrible with that stuff. I prefer just
no. I don't think we've been on the same screen. Maybe not, but
maybe in other chats. Maybe Hive.
maybe on a Hive. I think probably we have been on. I don't get on his show too often, but
I don't venture out that much. Like I stay away from the bigger channels, like because there's a lot of younger people in the community that obviously they need to mature and things like that. So I just stay away from that stuff. But
so I want to put it out there that you're welcome on a spoiler show. You know, I do the spoiler shows.
Yeah, I love that show.
Sundays. And yeah, maybe I'll invite you. We have a group chat with like a dozen people on Instagram. Maybe I'll invite you. or if you hit me up any other time.
Yeah,
it's good to have. It's usually me and Larry and a few people in the chat, and we're talking superhero stuff, and there's a lot to talk about. You know, I watched Peacemaker recently, and I watched some of the CW shows just popped up on the boob tube. I'm looking forward to Marvel stuff, and there's indie stuff out there. It's harder to find.
Did you guys see Bloodshot, the one they did with Vin Diesel, the Variant comic or Valiant? That's what it's Valiant.
That's probably available somewhere, right?
I think it's you can get it now streaming. I think for sure. I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't checked it out. Valiant.
No. Yeah, I remember that's Valiant Comics, right? Yeah. Bloodshot.
It's Vin Diesel though, so I don't. You know, people are 50-50 with him. You know, it's either. So I'm just curious if you guys saw it. I
have not.
Bloodshot.
The dude that was in Iron Man 2 or 3, no, he was in Iron Man 3. Was in it. He's in Bloodshot. I know that.
It's on Stars or Hulu Premium. I don't know. I can go. I don't have Hulu downstairs.
I was just curious if you guys had seen it.
Amazon? You know, there's some of this stuff. I don't know. Oh, you might be able to watch it on Amazon Prime. It doesn't list a price. That would work for me.
Yeah, I've been watching. I didn't finish The Wheel of Time. I was watching The Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'll have to look on it. I'll look for. It's a 2020 movie.
The Wheel of Time is pretty cool. It's just like it's very deep. Like I don't know. You have to really pay attention.
That's great. Thanks, Bricklock. Yeah, if you're watching on Friday Night Bricks, you can subscribe to this program. We all have our own channels at various levels of YouTubing and Instagramming. So definitely check us out on the gram if you're looking for more content. I'm Jesse's Brick Galaxy. Larry Legend goes. Everybody's just like you see it on the screen. Titanium J, Stud Sidious.
I've got a 52 in my name, but yeah.
Yep, Titanium J 52. Once you find it, you usually see some Lego content.
Yeah, you know it's good.
I know Friday Night Bricks is kind of a weird Google. There's like a strip joint or something.
The profile for mine looks like this.
There is TJ. Yep. Bricklock. Yeah, we'll look for you back. Thanks for finding us today. What do we usually do? We just kind of chat and build, and definitely when me and Larry are on, we're talking spoiler stuff. So we need a spoiler thing.
What's with this? Have you guys seen I haven't looked at it yet. The trailer with The Rock, as The Rock's going to be Black Adam or with Shazam.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be Black Adam.
I mean, he's a good actor, so I just don't know much about that whole part of DC. I didn't mind it. Shazam was good. I liked it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, Shazam was pretty good.
The kid who played the actor opposite of Shazam, he had the braces on his hands, like the leg braces.
Yeah,
he was great. He's a great actor. That kid.
Oh yeah, he did really well.
Do any of you guys keep up with the Young Justice?
No,
not enough.
Oh, it's good. They had the most recent arc they did was a magic arc with the Tannel.
Oh,
and they had Mary Marvel or whatever her. I don't know what they call her at this point. I think that was their comic book name. She was involved in the arc, and there were a few others.
The artwork's really good. I think I know one of the guys that does some of the art is from Minnesota, so I've seen him at some of the Comic Cons, local Comic Cons.
Yeah, TJ's an
Christopher
age, but he was TJ. If you were eating Teen Titans cereal, Batman cereal, I was designing the boxes when you were a kid.
No shit.
Cool.
So that makes me feel old. Even Fruity Pebbles, I was doing that when you were a kid too. But I always had to do Teen Titans, and I didn't follow DC that much. And everyone always would be like, "Dude, he's the comic guy. Go to him." But I didn't know Teen Titans for anything.
Tasman sent him
And I would
over.
have-
Iceberg's
have to do all
checking
the
in
boxes.
with an AO.
Hey
What's up,
yo, what's up, Mel?
Iceberg, how you doing?
Yeah, I used to have to do tons of DC cereal boxes, and I didn't even know. Like, they have style guides and everything, so I'd follow it. But I learned a lot for sure. I was never a big DC guy.
Like, I don't do the art. I gotta look into it, get a
Yeah,
research.
Yeah.
I grew up with more DC than Marvel. I think it's because Marvel had Spider-Man, and my mom doesn't like spiders at all, and that probably influenced her. It was like because it was either Spider-Man or Batman. Those are probably the most well-known superheroes.
Bats or spiders? Yeah.
Yeah, Spidey and Batman, Superman.
And we went towards Batman. So. Yeah, I didn't get into anything Marvel related until the MCU.
Speaking of Marvel Lego, I'm glad that they said April 1st they're gonna bring back that Wolverine minifigure because I want it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have the bootleg one, but I want the real deal. There's one. This one's real, obviously, but I want the real one of it.
Yeah. Wolverine.
Is that the okay, which
This is real Lego.
and that from which set? The helicopter set?
No, that's a non-helicopter set.
Okay.
The one with, I think I have, what's his face, Magneto around here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't get the helicopter set actually. Then the rest are just bootlegs. Well, some are printed on Lego, but I wanted this in like the pure Lego form, which is what they're going to release. Oops, my bad. This one. So I'm glad they're going to put it out in April. Because like we were saying earlier, and when I was typing it, you could feel it. Like I could feel the difference in the plastics. Easy. I could close my eyes and do a Pepsi Coke challenge, and I'll tell you.
Totally.
like from doing production for so long. Because even in the cereal boxes, we would design the toys that went in the cereal boxes, and you have to work on all the production for that. So you just got to know all the plastics and all that stuff. So when I get a bad bootleg figure, I get angry.
What's interesting about the mechs though is they just put up the old images, so we don't know if they've actually changed anything about them because they pulled them off because of the design flaw. So
it was just supposedly like a hip joint. It was the figures was fine. So,
I mean, between that and what happened with the Doctor Strange set, those pieces that get bent and whatnot on one part of the build, someone was slacking off in the Marvel superheroes department.
They got deadlines.
I hope they do. They put that reverse flash figure out again. I don't see why they wouldn't. That one's expensive. That reverse flash,
Oh yeah,
that mock was awesome, TJ too. And I like the one the 501st concept versus the droids. That was sick.
yeah. I love doing the freeform. I got inspired to do that with the TBC build contest.
It's how you learn too, man. You just got to do it. Keep doing it.
The initial round, that was the first time I ever did a freeform mock, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Reverse Flash is expensive. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got the set with him.
I don't even know what the Black Flash's name is. I have that, and it's a good custom. It's not bad.
Well, Black Flash doesn't have a name really, not in the comics. He's just the Speed Force Death.
Because he's got like I think that's what it was called when I bought it.
Negative.
Well, it's not even negative. It's just the Death Speedster. It's what the speedsters see when they die, and it can kill speedsters.
When you take his helmet off, there's like a little skull under there, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I was reading the comics, I think Barry became the Black Flash at one point. Reverse Flash turned him into that.
What a jerk!
Then he got rid of it by running in the Speed Force.
Anti-flasher.
And I don't know if the Black Flash has been seen since then, though.
I wish Lego would make one of these of the Spider Carnage.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
It's a custom. But you see, they didn't put a white hit. Usually you put a white hit under that red to make it pop. They didn't do it, obviously, this company. But he was only in like 3 comics, but they've done so much Venom and Carnage. You figure by now they would at least, he is a character. People know Spider Carnage. You figure they would have made him. I would love to have a real Lego version of that.
A minifig I'd love to see is Zoom. Not Reverse Flash Zoom, but the other Zoom. Hunter Zolomon.
I think that's what the name was.
Which is he was an adversary of Wally West, but he showed up in the comics later, faced off against Barry as well. But the only difference with him is the eyes. Everything else about him is the same, I think, in terms of the suit. Because he just took the Reverse Flash's suit.
I wish some of
but the way he uses his speed is very different. He doesn't really connect to the Speed Force. He more just, I think it was he alters time around him or something like that.
He was in one of the little Lego specials, though. I'm pretty sure one of the Lego, not movies, but one of the.
Well, that was Reverse Flash. That was our standard Eobard Thon.
Oh, that's probably where the set came from.
Yeah, they probably just made the set at the same time to coincide with that.
Dude, I really hope Lego puts a Rancor in the Boba Palace. I mean, I'm pretty sure they will at that. What was the when it first came out? What was the Jabba's Palace or the Rancor pit set? What was it? What was the cost? The price point?
Let me look.
You guys know, like I
Look
just
it up, TJ. That's what we got TJ here for.
yeah, human Lego computer over here. This guy.
Anybody else going to put on a disguise and go in and buy those Spidey and his amazing friends 4+ sets?
I actually saw them at Barnes and Noble, and I almost got out of line to get them because the
price was $60. $60 retail.
There'll probably be a Rancor in that new Boba's Palace set. I would almost guarantee it.
Yeah, I've got the Jabba's Palace from 2012. That's Brick Hive was interested in that, but he's waiting on it because he's trying to buy other things right now. So I just got it saved for him. We'll see how that set's affected.
Oh,
I'm sure it's the
Boba Fett Palace coming out.
Well, you used it twice already.
Yeah, it's like $100 or something like that, I think, isn't it? Somewhere on that. But I would think that they would put they're gonna make it a little different color, like light tan plastic instead of dark brown. They're gonna make it a little different from the previous.
Yeah, and it probably won't have the Rancor pit as a separate set.
You know,
where it goes over.
I'm gonna be taking Lego chains. I'm gonna take Lego chains and wrap them right around it and put Boba right in the back of that thing.
I really liked Troy's Palace mock.
Yeah, he's got a Palace mock in the works.
I gotta check that out.
He's done a couple of. He doesn't post a lot, so you kind of got to look.
It was funny. I didn't see his video because of getting notified by any of his stuff. Somebody posted it on our lug chat room on Band. Oh, who's that, TJ?
This is the Trickster. He's one of the Flash's rogues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got him recently at a Brickworld minifigs.
I'll check this out. I gotta finish it, but the Hoth Ice Bunker.
Ooh.
So low.
And then the it's got like a hatch door, and then this just pops off. Hold on, but wait, so I don't knock over my droid. There was the hatch, but inside I can show it is Shadow Snowtroopers.
Oh, cool.
I haven't done the inside yet, but in the hatch, I got to rework the hatch because it keeps popping off when you take the top off. It like gets stuck, but I did like icicles, and I want to put a light brick in there so like the cave wall, you see the light pour out, and the E-Web cannon keeps flying everywhere.
Those icicles are excellent. Nice little detail.
thank you. I don't even know where. I'm so glad that I found it had that many horns and little teeth parts. I was like, where did I get all these from? I just had a ton of white, so I was like, dude, let me use it.
That's a good idea.
I don't know where I got them from, and I left cracks too. You see, there's cracks in certain areas so that the light will pour through. But and then Boba. I need to do the gravel though around it because it'll make the white like pop if I do some stonework and stuff around it. And rework the hatch. That I'm OCD about that, but
I did a Wampa cave recently, but I didn't really go into too much detail with the ice.
Oh, that'd be sick, dude. I don't even have that Wampa figure. If I had him, I would probably throw him in here somewhere. I gotta get that.
So we had done a Battle of Hoth mock, a big collab thing, and in the corner we had this really cool Hoth tub where we had like 3 Wampas hanging out in this Hoth tub. And dude, it was the best part of that mock. Every single person that came up to look at it made a comment about that. I would love to do like a Wampa cave based around like a big Hoth tub, like a Wampa Turkish bath scene.
One thing I do like though is that I didn't
put that in my cave because mine's big enough. I had 6 Wampas.
6, huh?
Oh,
yeah.
That's a lot.
So, I mean, it's like as big as this, like bigger than this.
They're big pigs though, aren't they? Like they're big pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big pigs. And I have like 8 different guys hanging upside down inside the cave.
This was the one thing too that I did, and I didn't realize they put it in the new AT-AT, but I just made my own little brick-built probe droid.
Nice.
So there's so many of them now, but I just went off my head of what I knew it looked like with what I had. But then I realized they made one the AT-AT, but it's not true minifig scale. It's really cool, but it's like bigger than the minifigs, so that kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that one? I didn't even know it was in there. The new Walker, the new the ATST. That's what it was. The ATST set has it. What is that, Jay? What was
that? This is
Mr. Freeze or Doctor?
No, it's Captain Cold. But
Captain
I gave
Cold,
him
thank you.
I gave him a Mr. Freeze torso and legs because my Captain Cold torso broke.
Oh no!
I got a crack in it, so
when I see that,
eventually I need to buy another one. But
I always think of Mel's Civic when I see that. Iceberg.
and then I showed earlier Killer Frost, but I gave her the longer hair from Harumi from Ninjago.
I love how Iceberg uses that the headpiece from the Eskimo looking that part. I wanted to put this in there really bad. When the protocol droids aren't working the Death Star, they go skiing in Hoth.
That's awesome.
That in there.
That's awesome.
Gotta have some humor in there, man. Yeah.
I put the Shadow Troopers in the cave like as a joke. Get it? Shadow Troopers, waka waka. But I think that'll be funny with the little dude skiing in the corner.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had, like I said, that much white. I was like, where am I getting all these horn parts from? I don't remember buying these in a set. That's cool. I like when they do molded masks like that. Like the Skull Sorcerer had a mask like that.
Well, it's not a mask; it's a head.
Yeah, but isn't?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a full mold.
Yeah, this was Space Police 3, Brick Daddy.
What is that?
And is that torso a pimp torso? What is that?
What is that, Jesse? That part? What is that?
It's a quarter of a sphere. It's rounded.
Well, that looks new too.
Yeah.
Short. It's short. It's like it's a brick high instead of like the huge one. So it's like a flattened quarter of a sphere. That's
cool.
So it matches up with one of those pieces.
That makes for some great snow landscaping.
There we go. That's what it looks like from the side.
Okay.
That 1x3 kind of look.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I could have used that in this Hoth mock.
Yeah, that was first in the Space Shuttle Discovery.
I don't have any of those sets, and they have come with awesome parts.
That was also in the Ninjago Temple of Celebrations, the employee gift set.
We have that at our lug, but I didn't build it.
But I agree, that part is snow cool.
But
This hatch drives me nuts. I got to redesign it because it keeps falling off every time I put the modular roof on. But I'll fix it. That took me away from that. I was trying to build Tachi Station, and then I got sucked into that because I have to wait on parts all the time. I've always been bad at ordering parts. Now I'm finally starting to get in a groove where I'm working on something while other parts are coming in there. But
yeah,
it gets so expensive. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The dual molded arms, man. I like that. Dual molded arms.
Yeah. I believe back when this figure came out, that was still pretty rare at the time, Superboy.
well, that's
Because this was in one of those Target cubes. And the only reason I got those was for the Ninjago figs that were in there. But the DC figs were pretty cool as well. And I think there was also Chima and City. So I did end up finding use for the City arms. They're on my Ninja Sig fig.
I'm surprised that Lego hasn't done like a skiing droid. I figured this would be in an advent calendar. Like when I thought of it, I was like, they must have definitely done this by now.
right.
Because the advent calendars there's a lot of little builds in there. I don't know. I would have done that. I love a good Hoth mock. I know people like hate on them. I don't mind. People can make them all day. I appreciate them. I like them.
At some point, you have to give it a shot, for sure.
Yeah, right. That was the first one I ever did. Yeah, I never.
You got to do a desert one. You got to do a Hoth one.
Yeah, a few years back, a friend of mine was doing like this project where he needed a bunch of pictures. He needed like 10 pictures of a movie, but he had to like create the pictures. And I ended up finding a use for my AT-AT and my Snowspeeder. I gave him a couple pictures for Empire Strikes Back, which was the movie he was doing. Did a couple poses.
I get props to the people that build huge mocks too, because even like that little one is expensive, and I use the parts that I have usually to try to challenge myself, but you always end up needing to order something.
Yeah,
the people that do huge mocks, I just don't get how that's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money.
This mock exhausted almost all of my larger dark bluish gray plates.
Yeah.
And also a lot of my angled dark bluish gray plates.
Right.
I used a lot of it. And then I sprinkled the light bluish gray around as well.
Yeah, it's good texture. That's good.
And then I had there's some dark tan on this end. Here, I can probably bring it closer. You can see some dark tan.
Yeah.
Just on the edges here, a little bit of foliage mixed in them as well. Those were like the two biggest spots. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, here's like a whole aerial view. You can kind of see a bit more of what's going on. I built a little hollow table in here as well.
Nice. Yeah.
Just something I whipped up. Along with the barricade.
It's got details on the side. It's dope, yeah.
Yeah, it's just got like a few like little weapons. There's a couple.
What's that translucent part on the rockets on the blaster coming off? Are those just translucent normal like cylinder studs?
Yeah, those are just a couple of those were like the only cylinders I had left in clear. So because I used another one to support this. And I think that was pretty much all I could find in my collection.
The double lasers, the binoculars, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And then this over here. This is a little satellite antenna that I just built. A little bit angled. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there. It's a bit angled, but taking a bit of damage, but it's there. And this trooper is trying to call for help, but he's being attacked by an android with a chainsaw axe.
Nice, a chainsaw axe.
I still have to.
This I can't take credit for. This was from an Ninjago set back in 2014. The Thunder
cool with the binoculars. Like
and then the cool thing with it is that you could detach the red blades and the binoculars and use them as weapons, and then just fold up the turret. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
I still haven't.
And I had to use it in this build. Yeah,
I
here's
still got myself a 501st. I've bought them for people, my nephews. I gave them to them. I just haven't gotten my own.
yeah. I think I've got 6 total now. I bought 2 of them for myself, or on my own. I got 2 of them for my parents and 2 of them for my sister.
I'm not a
My
big
sister-
clone guy, so that's why.
I'm a big clone guy, so I'm into it. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to the Lego store and see if they've got those clone packs, because I know that those have been popping up in places.
That's what people don't realize, though. The 501st started at, it was Imperial. It was 5 of them. They called it Vader's Fist. George Lucas started it as like, there was 5 of them. It was kind of, it's where the Bad Batch, it's where Dave Filoni took the Bad Batch from, obviously, and did his own thing with it.
Yeah.
But they were originally Imperial, 5 Imperial soldiers called Vader's Fist that were his like tight security. And then the 501st came from out of that. So that's why when it first came out, I used to bust Ryan's chops and be like, dude, I wish they should be Imperial. There's 5 in the set. It should be the original Vader's Fist, Imperial soldiers with blue markings. But obviously Clone Wars took it and the writers evolved it into something much bigger. But the original one, George's vision, it was like, that's where Bad Batch came from. Like, and people argue all the time, but they can look it up. It's the truth. Like, that's where it came from. It's just how creative works. You know what I'm saying, Jesse?
Yeah.
But that said,
Yeah.
bothered me because I want it as Imperial soldiers, not as like clones. But it was, you know, it kind of went backwards in the writing where they made them into clones. You know, like George envisioned them as Imperial soldiers, but they used it to tell the Clone War story that was written after the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All depends on when you have Order 66 happen.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it gets confusing, and now with canon hokey pokey, it's crazy. But that always bothered me.
Canon hokey pokey.
Yeah. Like,
Because the original was like, I have original Star Wars style guides, and I worked on marketing, and it had the 501st, but it was 5 of them. It was just like a little crew. But then that's Imperial time, and then Clone Wars was written after that. So you know what I'm saying? It gets confusing. It gets really confusing. I would just love to see them do a version of it as Imperial soldiers, but they'll never do that because it's come and gone.
you never know.
Yeah, but there's only like 2 or 3 interviews where George actually talks about it too. But that's definitely where the Bad Batch came from, which is dope. It's obviously evolved into something even bigger. So,
Well, when they do Obi-Wan story, they might have to have some visits by some more Imperials.
that actor too, what's his name? Who's doing Boba Tamora? What's his name? Tamora Davis? Is that his name? The guy who plays Boba. I think they're going to use him in the Obi show and other shows as clone. Like they're going to use him as and other people that we see. Like
That'd be cool to see him as a clone in the Obi-Wan show.
That would be cool. Do you think Obi-Wan's ever going to go off planet?
Ooh.
Or are we going to have a 3rd show set on Tatooine?
Yeah, that's what people are complaining about. They want to see Boba go off planet too. I think he's going to.
And what happened to Slave One? I'm
we got to
use
see
the
Slave One.
Where's his ship?
Yeah, we got it. We have to see it. It's going to come eventually.
Ship has to come back. Where's it been?
Well,
he kind of screwed up in interviews, and the actors who plays Fennec Shang had to shut him up in the interview where he's like, "Oh, well, there's a scene where on the starship," and she's like, "Shit," she's like elbowing him, like,
Yeah.
"No, don't say that." So we probably are going to see them either in the Pike starship or in space. We're going to have to.
Yeah. I mean, at least in the flashbacks, we'll see the Slave One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully in the present day as well.
Well, I mean, it was in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of the Bo-Katan stuff come back.
I think we'll probably see that in Mando season 3.
Well, that's my guess as far as where that show is going. I mean, I have no idea if we'll ever see Grogu again. I don't know if I care. I mean, I kind of do because
There-
even I can't deny the thing is just cute.
Well, supposedly, that's like I was saying earlier. Supposedly, Disney's gonna do a cameo of him in the series, and it makes sense for them for the marketing standpoint that they're gonna pop him in there. I don't know how true that is, but the same dudes that told me the Rancor Boba was gonna ride him, and were right. They that work there said that Grogu's gonna have a little cameo. So we'll see. Hopefully, I don't know.
And that's fine, but at this point, it's like that story arc is now done. I mean, we're splitting off that story. Unless they're going to do a
I don't think they
Grogu and CGI Luke Skywalker show.
Yeah.
That's
There's rumors of a
They could
Bo-Katan.
animate it. They should maybe animate it.
There's rumors now of a Bo-Katan live action show because because they lost the show that what's her face was supposed to do.
Gina Carano.
Yeah. There was rumors she was going to come back too, and I was like, props to Disney. They're actually going to bring her back, but I guess that's not true.
Or are
So-
they not doing the Rogue Squadron anymore? Or?
I don't think so. Like it was back and forth. They were going to bring her back, then they're not. So I have no idea. But then the same people were like, "Oh, but Bo-Katan might get her own show," which makes sense. That would be cool. People would love that.
Yeah, Katie Sack.
'Cause that's going to go deep into the Mandalorian. You're going to go into the whole Mandalorian war stuff. That's
Well,
a whole
And we
show.
got the black, we got the black saber. We got the
Yeah,
like,
the dark
you
side.
get into the whole story, like that could be a whole, and
whole
go
lore
forward
about that.
Right. And then you have Ahsoka. I mean,
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could tie into that, like so.
my thought is Grogu's probably not going to just live with Luke forever. He's probably going to go with Ahsoka.
That's what
because-
this makes sense to me when my buddies were like, "Oh, we're going to see Grogu," but it's like, what? So you're going to see Luke too? Like, what? How? It's going to be a flat. Like, how are they going to do that? Like,
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, don't get me wrong. That was just so cool.
oh yeah,
I mean, it was awesome, but they can't take it anywhere. You can't take Luke. You can't have Luke Skywalker.
No, he's got
Other
a
than a really cool cameo like they did. That
Yeah.
should be it.
exactly.
yeah.
I agree. The fans that want a whole show, you can't do the CGI like that for a whole show. Like,
No.
it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So you got to have little cameos, and
They
that's
keep
it.
it special too. So
But it does, from a marketing point of view, when these designers were telling me like you will see Grogu in the Boba show, it makes sense because they could sell merchandise, and from a marketing Disney point of view, I could totally see them doing it. But from a writing point of view, I don't really know how it fits in. But maybe it'll happen. Who knows?
because it'd be before Mandalorian, right? Or where are we with
It's right after. It's like
right
right after.
after? Oh,
Luke's
okay.
got Luke. The flashbacks are before. So, but yeah, the show, you're right. It's like 50-50 because the flashbacks are before, but then the rest is after in the show. So we'll see. They could definitely do it. I just don't know. I'm curious how they would do it. But it makes total sense from a marketing point of view that they would do it to sell more Grogu stuff. I mean, it's their number one thing right now. So,
Yeah. I'm just hoping against hope that Costco will take all of these freaking Grogu sets and put them on clearance. So
No,
I
I still need to get that. I want to get
because
that.
I would love to draft about 3 of those out. I'd love to get all that sand
Those-
green.
Not even that. Those would, if you hold those for investment, those are going to go up because he's such a popular character that when those retire, those will definitely go up in value. Those
Well, I don't know, man. That thing is saturated. I mean, they made a crap ton of them.
yeah,
you know?
you're right. But eventually, that does go down. They'll be all open sets, have sealed ones. It would pay off in the long run. In the long run. But you're right. It's over for immediate investment. It's oversaturated.
Yeah.
Well, I figure 20 years from now, you're sitting on 10 of those, and they'd all be open. And people want sealed ones. It might be, he's such that character is such a good marketing toy. It's so crazy.
Holy crap. Talk about knocking it out of the park when they've got guys like us going, "Oh, that is so cute."
Yeah, exactly.
It was,
Yeah.
I mean, I got mine right here.
Yeah,
He sits
yeah.
on my desk. You know, I mean, I can't.
Yeah, people have the huge ones too, like the huge ones. I mean, I have the minifig. I definitely had to get that, and I want to get the big buildable version. I was just waiting until it went on clearance. But you're right, Larry. That would be for all those green parts in there too, man.
And all the brand, the light tan for landscaping.
Yep.
We were actually at one point, Costco had them on sale for 50% off. And a lot of the guys and gals in the lug were, going, "Hey, are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? Because let's all do it and let's have a draft on this set." And then we couldn't get our crap together in time before the sale was over at the end of the month. And I mean, I remember last Christmas those being on sale, like right after Christmas, and they were like 40% off. And I actually was just at Costco earlier this week. They still have a stack of them, but they're still selling for whatever the price point was, $55 or whatever, which was a little bit of a discount, but not huge. It's still kind of a lot of money to buy more if you're wanting to buy more than one. And then Eternals, what's the big Celestial's name, Jesse? Erisham. The Erisham set is still there too, but that's also like $55, and I'm not spending that money on that set. Just I mean, the piece count alone is really low.
I haven't looked at much of those Eternal sets. I gotta check those out. That's funny, Brickworld. Who knows? God willing, we all meet again in Spaceballs too. The search for more money.
I get that reference.
Oh, he's talking about Andor too. There's another like.
Oh yeah.
Between
They're
shows.
already filming season 2 of that. I'm pretty sure. Like they've put a lot of money into that show, so hopefully it's good.
Well, I hope it was as big a surprise as Rogue One was.
Yeah, that's the one thing Kathy Kennedy had her hands in, but it was done well because she didn't have that much power then. I don't think. And
yeah. Rogue One plus, it had to fit into this.
Yeah, the perfect story slot. So
yeah, so it had to end with.
Yeah, George had basically already written it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like I said, I don't mind that I like all Star Wars for what it is, but the last 3 were obvious that the creative control was changed and swapped. And it wasn't consistent.
Yeah.
And that ruins it. It does ruin it. They're still good for for Star Wars, but compared to everything else that's consistent, it's not as good. So it's just like they learned that lesson. I'm pretty sure. So
Later, Steve Reynolds.
Yeah, later, Steve. Like I was just actually watching them. I watched one the night before and one today, and I'll probably watch the third of. I've been rewatching those movies actually, the latest Star Wars, and I still like them. I enjoy them, but you could totally tell that there's
the greatest summary I've ever heard for the sequel trilogy is it's like a school project where each group member splits off and does a part, but no one actually comes back together and puts it together.
Yeah, they're making it in a vacuum.
Yeah. But I just remembered that back in Legends, before they made Rogue One, the one of the designers of the Death Star, I think his name was Bevel Lemelisk. He was in charge of engineering the Death Star, making sure it worked. And when the first Death Star exploded, Palpatine actually killed him, but put his mind into a clone body. I think that happened to him a bunch of times in Legends. But he was also involved in the Darksaber project, which was basically the Death Star, but only the cannon. Which I don't know why the Empire wouldn't have done that in the first place.
I've been meaning to make a mock of that.
Like,
I love those little Death Star cannon figures. They're so simple, but little Death Star cannon guys, the little triangle helmets.
Yeah,
the gunners.
no, but what makes it even funnier is the person in charge of the Darksaber project was a Hutt.
Interesting.
So the Empire could not think, oh, let's just do the giant laser cannon
Well, you
that
said a
destroys
hut.
planets.
It was a hut. You said.
Yeah, it was a hut. I don't remember which hut, but it was a hut that was involved in that.
Yeah.
Check
Yeah.
out TJ pulling all the deep dive into Star Wars lore.
You see,
Well,
and you
it was-
see them
It was cool.
in Rogue One. You see them go over Darksaber. They go through all the file names.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Troy's here.
What's
What's
happening,
up, Troy?
man?
We were just talking about you.
We're talking Boba Fett, and you got the good mock. Come in here and show us your Jabba's palace, dude.
yeah, I
Yeah,
got
dude. Bring it. It's timely.
I love a good job of
Yes.
Yeah.
Show it off while people are talking about it.
I am excited for the Acolyte TV show,
Yeah.
but that's mostly
I'm
because
the
it's
most
more
excited
Sith
for
lore.
that. I'm most excited for that.
I need more Sith lore. I love
Yeah.
Sith lore.
Crazy because Kathy Kennedy has her hands all over it, but I'm still excited for it because
Yeah.
And now I heard it's going to be in the High Republic era, which is like,
Yeah, I think it's
but-
on the tail end of that.
it'll still be good, dude. It's a Sith,
Troy's
it's a
working.
female Sith.
And then we're getting the Knights of the Old Republic remake eventually,
Yeah, that.
which hopefully allows us to fit it into canon.
Did I have right here
We-
the Darth Malgus ship? I'm rebuilding that ship. It's the one Lego set I took apart that I
Yeah.
regret. That
I
thing is-
wish-
Which
After
one?
playing the Old Republic, I really
In
wish
the Old
I'd
Republic,
gotten
they had a
set.
ship.
It's sick.
Yeah.
The Darth Malgus figure is one of the best
Yeah.
Star Wars Lego figures ever made, man. The mold in his shoulder pads is ridiculous, dude. Like,
Yeah,
come on, I have it right here. Hold on. I didn't do the wings yet. I haven't even gotten to the wings yet, because I have so much other things going on. But this is just the body of it. But the figure of him is just sick. It's just
Yeah.
cool. And
that's a
then
great figure.
the back has like a little escape pod that comes out, like you could pull it
Yeah.
off. Like, I don't want to break it, but it comes, like, slides out. It's really
Yeah,
it's a cool.
Yeah, where the Sith troopers are, little deployment.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
upgraded mine and gave him like van braces and a mullet cape and stuff. But
In the Old Republic game, at least for the Sith Warrior, because that's the only character I've played. Not the Sith Warrior, the Sith
that's another
Sith
good
Inquisitor,
mini-kit.
whatever.
It's
But
another good
that's your base. That's your ship that you use.
yeah, it's cool.
That is the ship, and I really regret passing on that set back in 2012. I was barely into Star Wars at the time, but
And when the wings are on, like, that's just the little body I've done. But when the wings are on, it's big for a Lego Star
Yeah.
Wars. It's like, it's really cool. It's a good set, really good set.
yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm glad that I bought this set. Really glad. Like I said, I tore it down, and look, I'm building it 2 years, 3 years later. Like,
Yeah.
after I tore it down, like, it's
Still have a lot of mine in storage.
Another interesting thing I remember, because I was reading the Death Star book, which is also Legends, is that they had a lot of slaves working on the Death Star, making sure it was complete, and one of them, it was her perspective. She actually noticed the flaw in the design with the exhaust port.
Mm.
She tried to report it, but they just skipped over it. And then later in the book, she notes that it was that same design flaw that was causing it to be destroyed. I was like, that was interesting. Again, the Empire doesn't notice. The Empire was cutting corners on this Death Star.
Yeah.
The one thing that drives me nuts in Hive's Rider Chef, someone just 3D print it, was this when Lego put this out, this Boba. So it's a light. It lights up like the whole, and then when you pull it off, it lights up.
Right.
But they didn't make the viewfinder for it. They
Oh,
left
no.
the holes there.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I want to get that. I'm just gonna have to get it 3D printed because it's like basically it's just a giant comes off the stand. It's a giant Boba minifigure,
Yeah.
Like, but it has no viewfinder.
Could you make one out of Lego? Would it's like a
Rangefinder. Actually, maybe
stud pop in there and attach, or
that's a good idea, Jesse. I haven't tried
and
that.
then you could use, that antenna piece, maybe,
Yeah, no, I could. Someone could 3D print it too. I just didn't know why they didn't add it in there. That just drives me nuts. because the clock, they made a clock. I have a clock of it that has it. It's just a bigger scale, and it's a big. It doesn't fit. It looks way too big for that. But it just makes no sense. They made it for the clock. They didn't make it for that. Just drives me crazy. My OCD.
What's that number? Troy wants to know. Probably from that ship.
Oh, the Sith Fury one, the one I was showing.
Yeah.
It's 9,500, I think. Let me check the instructions. I have them right here. It's called the Sith Fury Interceptor. I think it's 9,500. Yeah, it's 9,500.
9,500.
I think it goes for like 250 now, something like that, maybe 3. But it's a big chunky. And it's well done. It's tiled off. It's a really nice Star Wars set. Really nice. I hope they make Old Republic. There's rumors they're going to make Old Republic movies.
Yeah. If there's Old Republic Lego content, I will eat that up.
They know. Disney knows that people want KOTOR and Old Republic and stuff, so they'll do it eventually. But there's been rumors of Darth Revan and like Keanu Reeves, all kinds of stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've been mentioned this already, but I've been playing the Old Republic from the Sith Inquisitor perspective for a while now, and I just finished the free-to-play story.
That's another dope Lego minifigure, is the Sith Inquisitor. They did a good job with him too.
But pretty soon I'm gonna subscribe to the Old Republic for a month so I can play through the rest of the story.
They're remaking the Old Republic game. They're releasing.
They're remaking Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick, man.
Yeah, with all the Revan stuff, and then the Old Republic's like a few hundred years after that.
I hope they put it on like all the main platforms. Don't just do. They probably will.
Yeah, I want to play that game.
That game, the Eclipse game, and I'm not a big gamer, but the trailer for the Eclipse game looked ridiculous. I was just like, what? Like all those dudes on drums and things. Like it was done well. You guys see that? The Eclipse Star Wars game?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh yeah, it'll be out in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, all right, why are you showing it now then? Like
what is this? Yeah.
They look good though. It looks really good.
Yeah, in the Old Republic, in the Sith Inquisitor storyline, although I think you can fight him in any storyline, I fought Darth Revan at one point. Because in the lore, in Legends, after the events of Knights of the Old Republic, Revan goes off in search of the Sith because he believes the Sith are still out there. He gets captured by the Sith Empire, which is still out there, being led by the Emperor. And he ultimately attempted to assassinate the Emperor, but failed, and was held prisoner by the Emperor for several centuries until he managed to break free. I think he died at some point, kind of. Like there were like 2 of them. There's like kind of like a dark, chaotic side and a light side to him. And the dark side version of him is what I fought in the Old Republic.
I missed them making like Darth Revan figures. They made the 4th figure just be awesome.
Yeah, I had that figure and then I sold it to Brick Hive.
Oh, I have that. I have actually custom Force Ghost version of that figure. Let me see.
Yeah, because he does appear in Force Ghost form. That's one of the versions of him I encountered on the Yavin 4.
There's that ice rink.
Oh yeah, some fishes trapped inside.
Trapped fish under the ice. Yeah.
Force Ghost Revan.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
He's even got a translucent saber hilt and everything. I got to find it. It's in the
Cool.
thing. Yeah, it's pretty. But it's funny because when you put it next to my Force Ghost Vader, hold on, the one that's the real Lego, you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Like this one's here, you'll be able to see even in this bad lighting. Vader is real Lego.
Hmm.
The Revan's not. See the difference in the color?
Let's see. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Vader's real Lego. This one, or Vader, this one's real.
Oh, okay.
It's just Kubrick. They ran it off the line. They just made it in a bunch of colors to test the machine. But the other one, the Revan one, is bootleg. And you can see there's a difference. You can see one is different than the other.
One's bluer.
Yeah, one's more blue. It's weird. I lucked out with that Vader one. I wish, like, it's so easy for them to release Force Ghost and hologram figs. And hopefully they'll do it. I just got lucky.
When did that come out? That's a real one?
Yeah, no, it didn't come out. When I used to work in freelance for them, I got hooked up. They were running. They had like red, neon green. They were testing all the colors, and they had a bunch of them. So I got one. I specifically took the blue because it would look like hologram Force Ghost.
Yeah.
But I even said to them then, I was like, you guys should make these and print on them, like just like what I have with the Revan one. And they're like, yeah, whatever. I was like, dude, we'll buy it. So
Yeah.
I looked out. Kevin Hinkle has a few. I think he's selling them. You can catch them on eBay sometimes. People fake them, but you can easily open it up. Like mine, you can tell it's Lego. It has it printed all over it and stamped in. Like the patterns are there. But they're not much. You can actually get them for like $50. They're just rare to find on eBay. I just happened to luck out. I regret too. I was gonna take a neon. I don't know if it was green or yellow. There was like a neon color and a red one, but I didn't want to be greedy because I was working for them. I didn't want to look like an ass. You know, I was like, let me just take one.
Ice chainsaw.
Nice.
It's a pretty good little build. It's not focusing, of course. But.
Dude, I wanted to get that new Overwatch. I'm not a big Overwatch guy, but I wanted to get the new set, and I'm kind of bummed that they're canceling it, basically.
Yeah, they did a good job at the first.
Postponing it. It'll probably come out.
I don't even think, like those creative agencies. I worked for video game places. I work for Lego, all kinds of, and like creative agencies have creative people. There's always weird things going on, especially in the corporate world. Like you can't. That's why I left and did my own stuff, because you get sick of it after a while. And so you can't, if they weren't proven guilty, Activision or Blizzard or like, it's that stuff happens in the corporate world, like especially amongst creative people. Like it happens a lot. So I don't know. To me, it doesn't. Canceling the set doesn't really do anything. It's pretty stupid. They should just put it up. But obviously, I don't agree with what the people are claimed of doing, or no one's found guilty or whatever. Like I'm not, but it's just canceling the set after it's that far doesn't help the situation.
Well, it hasn't been canceled. It's been postponed for the time being. But I've heard a few people say, I think I read it on a Brickset article in the comments, that they're just delaying it because the Overwatch 2 game itself got delayed until November.
That would make sense, but with all the whole thing going on with that, it's just so. I've worked at places like that, and there's always these creative people are artists. They do weird stuff, so there's going to be things happening like that. Just, but to me, if the guys weren't found guilty and nothing, I don't condone that whatsoever. But it's kind of like it's like a witch hunt, kind of, to me. But it is what it is.
Probably just postponed. They probably have production, right? Like sounds like.
I mean, it's gonna come out the 1st of February, so
yeah.
I'm sure it'll come out.
Yeah, like the Marvel figs are back, the mechs, which is cool. So I just never followed that whole Activision thing in the media. I just saw glimpses of it. But That's what happens everywhere. So it is what it is.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. Stud, thank you for stopping by. Always
Yeah,
good to
thank you.
talk to you. And TJ, right
All
back
right.
at you too.
We'll probably call it. We're gonna hit the 3-hour mark, and that's good enough for me. Johnny G checking in.
I need to watch Eternals again and soak it in. Definitely check it
No,
out.
habitats are better than the movie. Thanks.
Yeah, agreed.
Those look
Agreed.
sick.
I didn't do it just because the movie was like good. It just like was a good idea.
Yeah.
No,
Kubrick levels too are sick. The
And
Kubrick
time
levels,
levels, like,
modular levels go up.
do it now. So thanks. Yeah, thanks Larry for being here. Appreciate it. Take care. Hope to see you maybe soon for a versus.
yeah, one way or the other.
Yep. All right. I'll let you dash out, and we'll stick around till the clock hits 3 hours. So 5 more
Cool.
minutes, guys, if you want to hang out.
All right, guys, be good.
Later.
Talk to you later.
Oh, that's
I definitely need to soak in Eternals again, or like watch it again. I haven't gotten to do
There you
that.
go, Jay. You got the logo right over your face. I could be over there. Yeah,
I love having the logos over my face. It's always fun.
I need a one with the background taken out.
Eternals is just like I said. It was a lot of characters at once to get.
Yeah.
Which I know from the comics. I know them obviously, but you know, in the comics it's all over the place, and there's many storylines going on. So
It's a setup. It's a huge setup for the cosmic story, right? And
yeah.
So the big thing that's going to be cool and on that level is what they're going to do maybe with Thor: Love and Thunder, because
I'm excited.
Thor's hanging out with the Guardians. It's the Asgardians of the galaxy.
Mhm.
And now we have more cosmic knowledge, right? So who knows where they're going to go with that.
When is the Thor movie supposed to come out?
It's this year, right?
Yeah, it's later this year sometime. It
That's
might be in July. I want to
It
say.
might
Yeah,
be the next. We
not
got
quite
Doctor
sure.
Strange next. We got Love and Thunder coming up, and the Marvels, I think, might be pushed towards the end of the year. And there's 4 movies from Marvel.
So, like I said earlier, too, in the spring, there's going to be Game of Thrones, and people are going to go nuts for that. So, that should be a whole other thing.
Yeah,
There's so much Star Wars coming out, Marvel, the Game of Thrones stuff's coming out. Then supposedly in the fall, it's the Lord of the Rings Amazon series, which people are
all
already.
right. We're gonna have more Lord of the Rings. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's an Amazon series. Like I think they finished filming it. So yeah, in like September we get that. I think it's going to show how the ring was made. Supposedly, I'm not. I love Lord of the Rings, but I'm not huge. I haven't followed it that much. But that's I think what this series is going to be, is that how the ring was made. So we'll see. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. A lot.
Yeah. As far as Marvel, Moon Knight is next, so we're gonna get Poe Dameron, Isaac, playing a Marvel character, and he has like a dual identity, like a split personality kind of thing going on.
There's Egyptian lore in that too, which is gonna be dope. That's always sick when there's
Egyptian lore, mysticism, other cameos, I'm sure, like maybe Dane Whitman will come back as the Black Knight, or because he's almost touching that sword at the end of if you haven't watched Eternals, there's a end credit scene where he almost becomes the Black Knight basically by inheriting that sword that's part of his family anyway. And they talk about vampires a little bit in that movie, and Blade has a voice cameo in that end credit scene. So
speaking of that, Morbius got delayed again.
I know. I did.
Yeah. I was gonna see it.
They got to just put those out and like just eat. They're doing it for the money, I'm sure, because pandemic situations. But just put it out there. They waited way too long for Black Widow. Just got Just,
Morbius was supposed to come out before Spider-Man, so it's like, dude, what the like? It's just I
yeah,
don't know.
and there was
I
like
wanna see it.
teasers of Toby, old Spider-Man on the graffiti on the wall
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I still think that's going to end up being Andrew's Spider-Man, and that version of Spider-Man is going to be worked back into the Sony universe. So I think that would make sense, especially because in No Way Home, Andrew Spider-Man said that he stopped pulling his punches, he lost control, which might explain the murderer text over the Spider-Man poster. Maybe he crossed the line.
We'll find out soon enough.
It's like April. I think April 1st, Morbius comes out now.
Yeah.
And I know it's a Marvel Sony movie, but it's still. I thought Venom 2 was good. Like
I agree. I thought it was good.
It's that's a character that I've always kind of wanted to see, and now Marvel's digging deep and coming out with like Moon Knight and everyone else. So it's I've been waiting for that. Even Moon Knight, I love Moon Knight. So
that's gonna be good. Moon Knight, She-Hulk, all kinds of stuff. Well, let's hang it up, guys. Thanks for checking in, Titanium J. Going back to school. Take it easy. Great to see you doing line and stuff on top of your collections.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
And yeah, Stud Sidious, thanks for popping in. Grab you out of the chat. People in the chat, if you want to join these streams after you're like kind of being familiar, throw us a message and keep things lively. Yeah, good job. I can't wait to see more Tashi Station and stuff from Stud City.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
Any promo stuff you guys want to shout out?
No, I just
look for all of us on guest spots on Good Morning Brickworld and things like that. So, all right, guys.
Yeah, that's it. Doc and Hive, that show's always
Doc. Yep, Doc and Hive co-hosting together. I want to. Definitely tune into them on Sunday mornings. And when Moon Knight comes back, I'll do a spoiler show and we'll talk more superhero stuff. And you guys are welcome to join the discussion. Until then, may the force be with you.